Okay, we should be live. Sorry about the delay. The whole thing of next thing you noticed, it's 1 o'clock. You're supposed to have started streaming and you haven't got anything set up. Anyway, let me check everything's working. Give me a second. Oh, let me put the desktop audio on, that probably helps. Testing. Testing. Cool, that's working. Nice. Okie dokie. This second off. Comes out of that. Hey, Suffering! Okay, we're playing some Honkai Star Rail today. New updates out. Anniversary update 2. Lots of stuff to do, and of course we're going to be trying to pull Caceres. I think that's how you pronounce her name. But yeah. And then, of course, we're doing the main story today, so if anyone doesn't want to check that out, just a heads up, we will be doing the main story today. Don't know how much we're going to get through, because you know how long the main stories are these days. I have to split it into 3 different streams sometimes. Anyway. It's going good. Not a very productive day so far, and as I said, started a little bit late. The whole thing of like, suddenly it's 1 PM and you haven't even started getting ready for stream. But other than that, it's been a fairly good few days. I haven't streamed the last 2 days, and the weather's still nice in the UK, though I still haven't enjoyed it outside, I guess. But I'm still meaning to, though, but maybe after stream, depending how late I stream to? I have no clue. Anyway, stuff to do first. I need to claim stuff. Cancel. We're gonna try and pull for Caceres. I don't know where we are with the pulls at the moment. But we also, before we do that, we've got claimable rewards, so we can claim this. I do not know. Oh no, did you lose another 50-50? Not now. We're gonna redeem that later. I don't know what for. Still haven't redeemed that. That's the event. That's the main story. Pools. You didn't! Oh my goodness. Has that finally broke your streak? Oh my goodness. Well done. It was probably because it's like, you know, it's the 2nd anniversary, it's giving you a bone. You know what I mean? But okay, let's see here. We do need to claim this. Now, who are we gonna get the letter from? Oh, passenger, Trailblazer. Time sure does fly, huh? It's already about to be the 2nd anniversary from the time the Express got back on the tracks of the Trailblaze. Special days must also have special blessings. Nice! That is amazing. Okay, yeah. That reminds me, oh, which character was it for? I think it was the Herter. I think, but I managed to time it so well that I got her. I think it was her. I can't remember which character this is for. I got the main character somehow, and my light cone pulls were close to a 5-star, and I managed to get a 5-star, and it was the banner one on the light cone. And then I also timed it to get a 5-star on the standard banner as well, so I had like 3 5-stars in one stream. Oh, nice. But yeah, I do not know which character to go for, but honestly, I'm probably gonna go for Blade just because I have a cosplay for him. Oh man. In fact, let's change the cosplay. Um, let's see. 1 second. Give me a second. Where is my thing? This selection. Where's my Blade cosplay? Select. There we go. I need to make more cosplays for my VTuber model. I just haven't had time to. Plus, like, there's a limit to what I could do when it comes to the cosplays. So yeah, we're gonna get Blade to. Oh my goodness, it says I choose you. Blade, I choose you. The conductor is sure they'll answer. You receive a letter and gifts after 15 days and 15 hours. Oh, that's typical, really. I want it to pull now. I mean, 15 days and 15 hours. Was Castor's banner still on then? Oh, yeah, that's limited. Um, those two. Yeah, so this is the reason why I haven't used my 5-star selector yet. Because my choice is either I get Bailu or I get an what they call the constellation thingy for one of the characters I already have. Yeah. 90 days. Okay, she'll still be on the banner when that comes round. Okay. Man. Yeah. Yeah, I think that'll probably be the best. Then I could just put all the characters and stuff. And things. Okie dokie. Pulls first. Okay, so. Um, we'll go like that then, and I'll pull Bailu off the thing. So it looks like the Celestial Invitation is just for the side characters on this wall. Okay, let's have a look then. Character. Nope, nope. Few details. Dun 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 dun. Where is my pity? I did try and pull for Hoo Hoo, so we do have a few pulls in that. So let me count. Oh man. Okay, so we've got enough for like two free temples. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, 8. So 42. Okay, 42. So that's where we're starting at. So we should hit. I mean, it's going to be close, but we might hit 70 pulls. And I can never remember where the pity starts with this thing. Or hard pity, or where it starts. In relation to 4-star characters, I think the only character we need 4-star wise is Gallagher. I'm pretty sure both Lynx and Petra are both maxed out. It's the same as Genshin. Okay, so 70 with 90 max, hard pity at 90. I always thought it was different, but I have no clue. Okay, so we've got 3,000 gems and 9. Cool. Yeah, cool. Well, we'll see. It's going to be close. We might not hit the soft pity, but you never know. I have pulled 5 stars right after another 5-star before. Especially back when the game started with Jing Yuan. I did a 10 pull at the beginning stream. And then the next 10 pull I did at the end of stream got me a second Jing Yuan. So, you never know. You can get lucky. So, let's do our first 10 pull. This will put us up to 52. Gonna use up all our special passes. Also, please tell me if the volume's okay. Okay, 4-star. Please be a Gallagher. Oh, that's actually one of the ones I need, like, cone-wise. Oh, is the game volume a little low? I can never tell, because it's like, the volume, like, for my headset is, like, always, like, way too loud for me. And then the game audio elsewhere isn't. Okay, let me go on to sound settings. Let's increase it a little bit. Volume mixer. Put it up to 40. Hopefully that'll be okay. Because it's the whole thing of making sure you guys can hear, but you can also hear the game audio. Okie dokie. The next 10 pull will put us up to 62. Oh, there we go. Okay. I can't remember if I need to win the 50-50 or not. I think I do. Let's go slowly. Okay. Pella. Gallagher. Oh, got her. Nice. Forgot to check if I needed to win the 50-50 or not. But it didn't matter in the end, because we got her. Whoops, wrong thing. Ah. Pretty sure they changed the which way around that is. Let me double check. Did I have to win it? I think we got... what was our last 5-star? I think it was... Trippy? What was it? It was on page, like, 8 or 9. Yeah, so we had to win the 50-50. Nice. I've got that many now. Let me see, where are we on for this? 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 35. Exactly. We can put 1 pull into there and we can see how we are for us to do. But yeah, they've merged these 2 options now. I was like going down all these trying to find the cheap ones, and they've merged them like with Genshin. Recommended stuff. Okay, let's do 1 temple on here. We're on 35 with this one, so I doubt we're gonna get anything. But you never know. You never know. Let's see. Nah, nothing. Let's see what light cone we get then. We might do another temple at the end of stream if we got enough. I only really buy the Battle Pass if it's like, if I already know I'm gonna 100% it, but Also, I've only bought the Battle Pass twice, and it's because someone else funded it for me on Throne. I'm close on a temple there. Okay, Gallagher. Ah, how many have you got? Okay, that's his last one. Nice.
Careful. Don't get too lost in those sweet dreams.
Gallagher's maxed out. Yeah, like, yeah, I've only got one, like, for... Oh, man. Let's see. How many levels in Vienna?
Look, light is coming in.
Like, EXP books I have just tons of, so whether I've got enough of everything else. Nope. Restop. Okie dokie. To build her up at some point. Honestly, noting the fact she has, like, that global passive thing, that doesn't surprise me that she's more expensive to build. That'll be fun. Something to work on throughout the week. Now we don't. Cool. Okie dokie. Since I said I would, we'll get Bailu. At least then we have her. Oh, man. That's clan. It means I'd have got one of each of them now. Probably Bailu. It's like, it's either Bailu or going for like a constellation. But if we get Bailu, that means I don't have to worry about trying to pull for her later on. Problem is, I can't leave it too much longer. I've only got 40 days to decide. But yeah. Oh, Lucha Romance. I am actually not sure. I've actually heard people saying that you could save it for like other characters coming out later or something. Supposedly it's doesn't expire or something, but I'm not sure. Yeah, we're gonna claim Bailu on this one, then I don't have to worry about it. It's out of the way now. But yeah, let me have a look. It's on the shop, isn't it? Yeah, I have no clue. Where is it? Stellar Command. So you can choose out all these characters and then variable dice, and then they got a stay tuned thing, and then of course you got light cones for some of the other characters that aren't on the list. But it's like, out of the current list, like I have the choice of either getting Luocha, which is a 5-star healer, which I don't have a 5-star healer. I don't think Castorus is one. I think she's just a revive. Worldwide revive or something. And then, other than that, then Remay's E1, which I don't even know what her E1 does. Let me have a look. But yeah, it's either get Luocha, which will be my first 5-star healer. Yeah, like, it's like, you know, if I did get Luocha, it would be mainly for, like, other teams, for, like, in the Forgotten Horn stuff. Where on earth is Remay? Have I gone straight past her? Yeah, I've gone straight past her somehow. I swear these things are not in any order. It's like either that or going for her E1. While the ultimate zone is deployed, the damage dealt by all allies ignores 20% of target's defense. Yeah. But, yeah, it's like really hard to say. Because it's like, I either go for Lacie-Chan, a 5-star healer, which I think works really good with Blade. Or go for her E1, which I don't go for E1s very often with characters, so I really don't know. Oh yeah, I got 3 pools. Yeah. Plus, I mean, you know, that's also the other thing. It's like, I could go for Lacie-Chan, but then, of course, I've got, like, what, 2 5-stars to do now? And I still, like, literally, I still haven't, like, completed, like, Remembrance, Trailblazer, or Tribby yet. Like, they've got all the, like their relics, but these are all trash. It's like, I've got, like, a few nice ones, but majority are trash. Then where's Remembrance? Oh yeah, I swapped it back. I don't know what it is, but I keep on getting really trashy relics. Absolute trashy relics. Oh, that's good to know. Oh, what's Tribby got at the moment? I gave her this like cone at the moment. All I know about Tribby is that she needs HP with substats of crit damage, crit rate, and speed. Or HP percentage. Crit rate, crit damage, HP percent. And I just can't get it. I can't get it. Game doesn't like me. Okie dokie then. We've done that. Let's move on to the main story then. So, Spindle, labouring to weave the tapestry of time. So yeah, we're gonna move on to doing the main story, so if you don't want spoilers, feel free to lurk or, you know, turn the volume off, I don't know. We're probably only going... Yeah, we're probably not gonna do too much of the main story today. As with the last, like, I don't know, 3, 6 updates, the main story is long, so we're going to be finding a pause point at some point once we get close to 3 hours-ish. So, you know. Because, unfortunately for me, this game knows how to completely murder my brain after a while. Too much talking and too much understanding, and half the time by the end of it, I just don't know what happened at the beginning anyway. Either way, so head to the Garden of Life and discuss what to do next with the Chrysosairs. An unexpected encounter with the Flame Reaver led to the premature extraction of Onyx's core flame. The Chrysosairs hope that Trailblazer will take on the divine role of time. Trailblazers always face moments like this, where their fate becomes deeply entwined with that of others, yet only Trailblazer can decide where her destiny leads. Okay. View story recap. Please tell me it's spread out. Okay, while everyone was waiting for the Demigod of Strife to emerge from the trial, something unexpected happens. The Trailblaze squad immediately follows Mighty into the trial and rescues Filemon, who is trapped inside. Just as everyone breathes a sigh of release, a new problem arises. Mighty had to shoulder the burden of strife, but the Crintoans would never willingly give up the core flame to their old foe Okuma. In an attempt to gain a better understanding, he decides to seek advice from his teacher Kataros, a veteran of Kremos. The two part on bad terms. Meanwhile, Trian and Kataros are dispatched to the Grove of Ipathy as diplomatic envoys of Okuma. When they arrive, they discover their surprise that the Black Tide has struck, and they fight a mysterious swordmaster. In the end, they manage to rescue Anexa and the core flame that he carries. While everyone is on their way back within the city of Okuma, Krataros is arrested for abducting Trian and trespassing on forbidden grounds. Under Mighty's mediation, Trippy and her sisters agree to reveal their memories in order to facilitate recollection between the Krenoans and Okumans. Unexpectedly, just as Trippy and her sisters are about to meet the Time Titan Onyx and repair their memories, they encounter the mysterious Swordmaster yet again. Trian sacrifices herself and falls with the Titan to protect her companions. In order to take back the core flame, everyone set up a plan to seal the Swordmaster. Oh no. The plan suffers multiple setbacks, but Mighty returns as the demigod of strife and helps everyone reclaim the core flame. Not long after, he successfully persuades his people to let go of their prejudice against Okuma. He says goodbye to everyone, returns home to join the front line against the Black Tide. On the other side, everyone holds a simple funeral for Trian, who exhausted her divine powers and turned into a doll. Having accepted Trian's last whiffs, the group continues the path of the flame chase journey. Okie dokie. That was the recap. And yes, that is a lot.
It's so bustling here. Good.
Tribuo's memory has unveiled the very first prophecy. All shall bid farewell to one, and that person alone will witness the miracle. Such is the will of fate. If I take on Ornich's trial, will the prophecy come to pass for me as well? Regardless, I must give Agloya an answer. I think that's how you pronounce it. Some time ago.
Ah, it's you, Cass. I finished the anthology of poems you lent me. Here it is.
Put it on auto
I
for a
thought
bit,
you'd be
hopefully.
too preoccupied to find time for reading.
Precisely because of these obligations, I felt compelled to read it swiftly.
Wouldn't all these preoccupations slow your pace?
Hmm.
On the contrary, knowing that time is limited can push one to overcome their limitations. The weight of these responsibilities seems to have enhanced my reading efficiency.
I understand completely. During my time at the Grove, the closer exams drew, the more efficient I became at tackling everyday mundane tasks. Anything but my actual studies.
Precisely. As I remember, you and Finon were both disciples of the new Sporists. I assume that Anaxa's exams were as unreasonable as the man himself, correct?
The courses Professor Anaxa taught were Introduction to Alchemy and History of Mythology. And to be perfectly honest, those two courses were the students' greatest nightmares.
Goodness.
The history of mythology, taught by the blasphemous great performer himself. I can imagine their fear.
Now that I think about it, students would often rush to the podium during class to challenge him on those blasphemous ideas. May I ask, Lady Aglaya, has your relationship with Professor Anaxa always been like this?
He openly dismisses people's faith and questions the very justification of the flame chase journey. Our positions have been destined to
Thank
be
you
at
for the
odds.
looks offering.
While you were studying there, I assume you must have heard of his nickname.
Ooh, he has a
Dromas
nickname.
draped in finery?
As I see it, this nickname is more of an insult to the Dromas.
Okay.
Despite his insufferable arrogance, I do hold a certain respect for his nature as a scholar. To remain true to his principles, he is unafraid to stand opposed to the world, and that requires considerable resolve. Anaxagoras' life is almost like a satire. As a Chrysos heir, he refuses to heed the prophecy, while he disrespects the gods.
The gods have chosen him.
He was indeed chosen by Circes. Is something weighing on you, Cass? The golden thread is quivering. I sense there's more to this exchange than idle chatter.
With all due respect, I'd like to know what you plan to do with him.
In light of his assistance in the battle against the Flame Reaver, I am willing to grant him some time to find a way to remove the cool flame. However, if Anaxa decides to make any move that places us in danger, I will not hesitate to take extreme measures.
Yeah, it sounds like he's a big unknown at the moment.
Just as I feared.
The Flame Chase journey is the destined path for the Chrysos heirs. Yet he now seems more like an empty shell. Given his strong sense of self-respect, I trust that Anaxagoras will make the right decision.
Still, I can't help but hope for another possibility. Perhaps Anaxa will also overcome his limitations, now that he knows time is limited.
I understand your stance. Let's continue this discussion another time. But now, let's greet our guest. You're here. Does this mean you're ready to take on Orynyx's trial?
I'm still on the fence.
I understand. It was the sacred beast's idea, after all. However, it warrants careful consideration, given their intricate ties to the Titan.
Memmy mem, memmy mem 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 mem, memmy mem memmy mem.
Wow,
Surrendering the
secret
cool
beast.
flame is a Chrysos heir's duty. Your selfless assistance is deeply appreciated. However, I urge you to carefully consider the risks of accepting the trial. Becoming a demigod means forsaking your humanity. You will inherit Orynyx's divinity and bear the time of Amphorius, all on your own. From that point onward, your fate will be forever intertwined with ours, never to be separated again, until the end of Genesis.
Fair fun,
It's
B.
exceedingly rare to find a capable Chrysos heir. If this path proves unattainable, I am willing to lower my expectations. There are still many priests of Yanissopolis and their descendants in the city. If I'm left with no other option, I'll try to find someone worthy among them.
Seems like a shot in the dark.
Memmy mem, memmy mem 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 mem, memmy. Memmy mem, memmy mem 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 hero. Memmy mem 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 memmy mem 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 memmy mem mem memmy mem 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 memmy mem mem mem.
Okay.
It looks like you know that Titan rather well.
Memmy mem mem memmy mem 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 memmy mem 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 memmy mem 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 memmy mem mem mem.
Memories that exist outside of your own experiences.
I can't explain why, but I can vouch for Mem's words. When I was in the Abyss, I heard the Titan's groans, full of pain and grievances, yet without any ill will.
I trust you all to make the right call.
Since you've made your decision, go back to the bath chamber and get some rest. Trinem will call for you when the ceremony is ready. It is difficult for me, as the guide, to absolve myself from blame for things to have progressed to this point. Time and again, you have risen to the occasion for Akima. Nearly rewarding you with some honeydew is no longer able to express the extent of our gratitude. When the dust settles, I hope that we'll have the chance to have a long chat regarding your return journey and the curse of the sky. It's about time that we lift the taboo and discuss things openly.
Okay. We'll talk to Caceres.
Miss, may everything go well for you and Mem.
You need a Goliath or something too?
It's nothing. I only came to discuss some matters with Lady Aglaia. Previously, I lent her an anthology of poems that Lady Trianne had gifted to me. Tracing back, this anthology was something left for Lady Trianne by a bard before their passing.
Okay.
Although personal properties should be cleared out once their owner has passed on, Lady Trianne gave this book to me since she knew how much I like to read.
Can you tell me more about the
It
book?
just contains an allegory. In a faraway land, in a city known as Styxia, a dragon corrupted by the black tide descended one day, swooping upon the city like death itself.
Interesting.
It swallowed the princess of the city whole before it was suppressed. After taking down the evil dragon, the warriors discovered that the princess's life had already met its end. Overwhelmed by grief, the queen hired an alchemist to resurrect the princess using the dragon's flesh and blood. However, having lost memories of her previous life, the resurrected princess turned into an evil dragon herself and wreaked havoc on the city.
Interesting.
As a result, the prosperous Styxia met its demise.
What a dark story.
Mem memmy mem 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 memmy mem.
The author of this book is Archepia, a wandering bard who traveled to many cities.
Ah, okay.
Among the things she left behind are poems, dictionaries, and many tragicomedy scripts. She even clearly underlined and took notes in books that covered myths with her elegant handwriting.
Interesting.
While flipping through these books, I felt like I was afforded a glimpse into the life of Archepia. It felt just like I was traveling with someone that I'd never met before. It was as if she had yet to pass on and was still alive.
No one goes through life without leaving their mark behind.
That's right. Writing, drawing, and taking photographs. It seems like human nature to try and leave records of things.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of taking photographs, when I was helping you to take the photo previously, I did not look through the photos in your photo stone out of courtesy. But I'm also very curious about the story of the Rosy Celestial Maiden. Despite having visited many cities in Amphorius, I still understand nothing about the world beyond the sky. If there is an opportunity... forget it. Let's talk about this in the future. For now, I only hope that you'll be able to complete the trial safely and obtain Orynyx's blessing.
Hope so. I don't think there's anything else to do here. Time to go back and talk to Dan Hang. Let's teleport.
I'd love to go in and take a look.
Oh, that fine, Mom. Citizens Assembly?
That's right. Oh, partner, you're back just in time. This is something that the both of you should probably know.
Some good
Good news? I wouldn't call it that.
Oh dear. Do you remember the Council of Elders that was on our heels previously? It seems like they've made their move.
Some background information for you. The Council of Elders is an authoritative body in Amphorius, made up of different city representatives. They hold legislative power over the Holy City, and are in charge of presiding over the Citizens' Assembly held once every few years.
Yeah, how's your day been so far? I hope it's been good.
This is the most important social event of Akima. It is highly influential, and can even affect what happens to the Flame Chase journey.
Okay. Yeah. But yeah, how have you been? Hope it's been pretty good for you so far today. We're currently doing the new update, the main story at the moment. We're not too far in. We're about 20 minutes or so in. I'm losing track of time. Ah, that's good, that's good. My week's been pretty good so far, because of course I haven't streamed the last 2 days. I managed to be extra productive on the Tuesday, and very unproductive on the Wednesday, if you know what I mean. I think I used up all my energy or something Tuesday. And I still haven't found time to enjoy the weather yet, either. The weather in the UK has been really nice at the moment. Like, proper nice. Like, a little bit, like, a cool breeze, but if you're out in the sun, it bakes you, if you know what I mean. Proper nice weather, but I still haven't had time to just sit out and enjoy it, and honestly, knowing the fact I'm probably going to be streaming till 4 or 5 today, I'm probably going to miss out today as well. Issues and stuff. Okay, so Aglaia doesn't actually cool the
Despite
shots.
her vision and wisdom that spans across thousands of years, even she cannot win over the hearts of everyone.
I have never once passed my psychology class. Yeah, I hope so. I just hope I don't miss it, because it's been going on for like a good week and a bit. Like, it started last week, but we didn't think it was like, going to last long, and supposedly it's till the end of this week, and I'm worried I might have missed my chance. Oh man. Hopefully it's still around on Saturday and Sunday. I'm trying to remember, is it this Sunday there's a Pokemon Community Day? I don't think it is, no. Well, Saturday I'm going to Yu-Gi-Oh, so hopefully I get to enjoy it while out around the town for a bit. Perhaps you should retake some exams next time we visit Paperfold University. Tell me more about the Citizens
Every 5
Assembly.
to 10 years, the Council of Elders organizes a Citizens' Assembly at Dawncloud. During the assembly, The representatives will vote on major issues, such as whether the Chrysos heirs led by Aglaia should still hold the right to govern the Holy City, and whether the Titan's conquest should continue.
Wow, they can literally just uproot everything. Yeah, so this week's locals, like, should be for the release of the Stampede set, so I believe they've got some mats as like extra prizing and stuff. Whether there's a random mat, I don't know, but it's like I always aim for the random mat. If not, I try my best. But yeah, there wasn't a tournament on last week, so hopefully this week we get loads of people in because of the extra prizing and stuff. Luckily, it's still the same price as normal, which is nice. And sometimes they increase the price a little bit for special tournaments, but yeah, it looks like it's just going to be a normal tournament just with a few extra prizing added. But yeah, any extra luck would be great. Especially after the recent ban list that came out. It sounds like some sort of system to balance the heroes and the mortals.
That is correct. However, the problem lies in the fact that there are ill-intentioned extremists in the Council of Elders. They view the Citizens' Assembly as a way to restrain the Chrysos heirs and hope to take complete control over the Flame Chase journey. We can refer to them as the opposition. During the assemblies held in the past 100 years, the voices supporting the opposition have been growing stronger in the shadows. It's only thanks to Aglaia that the Flame Chase journey has been able to continue to this day.
Okay.
The Citizens' Assembly is just around the corner. But this time, there seems to be a new variable to the situation.
That's... No. Although we might be mentioned, the Council of Elders has another target in mind.
I'm afraid that the Council of Elders might want to take advantage of Professor Anaxa.
Yeah, he's a bit up in the air. He doesn't like the Flame Chase journey.
Take back Circe's core flame. But with Anaxa's current condition, it's so unique that nobody knows how taking the core flame away from him will affect him.
We don't want him dying, basically.
He has always been someone that is only concerned about his own research. I'm certain that he must want to escape from the monitoring of the Golden Thread and protect himself. If the opposition were to offer an olive branch at this time...
You suspect he might betray the Flame Chase journey and defect towards the Council of Elders? Ooh, nice. Oh man, honestly, I'd love to pick up the horror stuff at some point, because I do run a bit of a mill deck. Plus, you get to draw so much in like the Horus ones, like mill draw, if I remember right. Yeah, for me, I'm running my Dolce at locals at the moment, although I've had to change the build a bit, because, what's it called? Crossout's been limited to 1. I was running it as a 2 of in my deck, because 3 of I found I was drawing it too often, and having 2 ofs in hand and things like that, which a bit mixed on it. So, I've changed the deck a little bit, so I've gone down to 1 crossout, what is it? 1 crossout, 2 Ash, 2 Imperm, a Nib, and a Draw and Lock as like the package. Madolce is one of those weird decks where if I have a monster engrave, it kind of screws me over a little bit in some instances. I think you've probably seen that in my Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel things where I've accidentally locked myself out, but yeah. Makes it hard to pick what hand traps to use because of it. You suspect he might betray the Flame Chase.
Anaxa has
just
never
read that.
believed in the prophecy, so technically it cannot be considered a betrayal. However, he has taught many Chrysos heirs, and has long been considered an important ally of Akuma.
Yeah.
I truly do not wish to see comrades turning on one another.
Okay. I have a better understanding of the full picture now. Is there anything that we can do?
As I believe in his character, I plan to plead with Aglaya and try to buy more time for him. Then, the greatest way in which you can help is for you to know what I am fighting for.
I understand. Thank you for being honest with us. Things are piling up again. Trailblazer and Mem are tied up with the Onyx trial, and while I'm preparing to visit the Grove to uncover clues about the world beyond the sky. Let's just take things one step at a time.
Apologize for the fact that we always seem to be troubling you. I hope that Onyx will show more benevolence and be more accommodating. I remember that they seemed quite fond of you back in the Abyss. Go and rest and regain your strength. We'll meet at the Vortex in a few days. Oh, right. You can read this scroll if you want to find out more about the Council of Elders and the Citizens' Assembly.
Okay. Oh gosh. Let's skim read. Cool. The study of the Citizens' Assembly. Citizens, citizenship, and citizenship positivism. Oh yeah, because of the fact that, you know, they have people like coming in from other areas and things. Will be classed as operational mechanisms and citizens. Confirmations. It keeps going. Oh man, I'm just skim reading it. Members of the Council of Elders. Oh. Just as I suspected, the troubles afflicting the Fame Case journey aren't just external issues. The complex internal politics and interpersonal relationships are also exacerbating the problem. We can't let our guard down yet. We have to find out where we stand in this large interwoven web. Rest for one night.
Nervous.
It's not that soon. There's a few more days until.
Nervous, mem.
Yeah, you're the one who suggested it. Let's just hope that everything goes well. After all, as someone who has earned the gaze of an eon, you should be able to overcome the trial of a regional god just fine. We also unknowingly gotten used to sleeping with the midday sun shining brightly above our heads. Get some rest, Trailblazer. Perhaps a new phase of our trailblazing exhibition in Forest is about to begin. Let's get some rest. A few days later at the Vortex of Genesis.
Esteemed one, Orynyx's vacant totem awaits.
Yeah, man.
If you have already made your preparations to become a pillar of Amphorius, please, step forward.
Miss, I'm sorry. I'm not sure what I should say to help calm your nerves. Right. Perhaps something like, as long as you can successfully complete this trial, the rest of the Flame Chase journey will be smooth sailing? No, that sounds a little strange.
Aww.
Don't worry, it won't take up too much of your time.
That doesn't sound right either.
Don't worry, you'll definitely make it back alive.
You're sounding even more pessimistic.
Sorry, it seems like I've made the mood even heavier. In any case, may everything go your way.
Okay, let's talk to Fire.
Accepting a Titan's trial is a very peculiar experience. I'm afraid that I'm not able to accurately describe it. You can only go and experience it for yourself. I believe that you'll be able to pull it off.
I can still vividly recall when you entered the vortex of Genesis for the first time. At that time, I could never have imagined that a guest from beyond the sky would shoulder the fate of Amphorius. Don't feel burdened. Just like during the trial of strife, Trinan and Finan will be waiting for you outside. If something unforeseen were to occur, they will intervene in the trial and rescue you.
Okay.
May Catherly bless you.
Little Grey and Mem, thank you. Your resolves cannot be questioned. We praise your pure selflessness and courage. May Catherly light your path forward. Get ready to assume Orynyx's divinity, Trailblazer. The divine position of Orynyx has already been vacant for some time. We can feel the space of the trial closing. As there isn't much of their soul left, we'll have to complete the ceremony before their soul completely dissipates.
Okay. Let's begin.
The eighth core flame coveted by the miracle that once belonged to the great veil of Evernight, Orynyx. It shall now be returned by the two elected heroes of the Chrysosairs. A traveler who is upright and courageous, and a sacred beast that invokes miracles. Who? Mem. Both of you, please, come forward.
Hi. All this work.
Recite along with us. O Majesty of the 12 Titans, pillars of the world, we seek your divinity to mend the rifts of the world. Fill our bodies with blood of gold, till we wither in willing service to the prophecy. These are just words meant to make the prayer seem more solemn. Please, focus.
Goodness me, of course.
And surrender the core flame.
Press and hold to submit the core flame and complete your objective. Okay.
Orynyx. Their soul has been waiting for a long time.
Perhaps they're also quietly waiting for the arrival of their successor.
Wait for my return, my friends!
The last time I heard this, things didn't turn out that well.
Oh, fine,
Don't
Mom.
worry, Aglaia. She's tougher than I am, right?
Like to hope so. Okay. And we're gone.
Traveler from beyond the sky, let us pray that the Titan acknowledges your worthiness.
Although she loves cracking jokes at inopportune times, her determination is as strong as the Chrysos heirs. She will definitely succeed.
Auto just not working at the moment. Sure.
While she's away, I would like to have a chat with you, Aglaia.
Interesting.
Speak. I'm listening.
It's gonna be about Council of Elders, probably.
Slap, slap! Wake up!
Are we asleep?
How is it? How do you feel?
Are you able to
Right.
talk?
I think that it's amazing too. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. I have such a cute voice. It must be because of all the memories that I collected. They allowed me to grow beyond expectations. Also, listen. The words of the Titan are becoming clearer.
Mother. It hurts. Have I finally reached the end? Are the years of isolation coming to an end?
Or next. Oh, how heartbreaking. Ever since the figure draped in the black cloak robbed them of their core flame, they have been relegated to waiting in isolation in such a confined space. We are going to help alleviate their pain, right?
Of course.
Broken. Mother.
Okay, where?
Mother? Who are they calling out for?
You. It's you. I remember you. Skyfather has gazed upon you. Mother is calling for you.
The Skyfather referred to Fui?
Skyfather has chosen you.
Who is your mother? Damn it, all the important information is getting to the cry of a baby.
Mother is no longer responding.
Who come to you because of something important?
Oryx, listen to me. Aren't you tired? Throughout the long years, you have always been protecting the fate of Amphorius. Each time people draw strength from within their memories, every single ripple falls onto your shoulders. There's no need for you to bear this any longer, Oryx. From today onwards, someone else will bear time on your behalf. This is why we have come.
Freedom. Freedom. I want freedom.
This is so sad.
Poor child. Everything will be fine. Let us help you. You can have a good rest now.
You have potential, strength, willpower, powerful, and tenacious. But you lack something. Just one thing.
Lacking something. What is it?
What you lack is a future.
We don't have a future.
Future?
Traveler from the sky, you should have dissipated already. The gaze from Skyfather stabilize your form. Because from the moment you crossed the sky, your life was cast away.
Ew, what the hell?
Right now, you are simply a collection of walking memories.
What? How is that possible?
You mean that I'm already dead?
The space is collapsing. Someone must inherit the authority of time. If the pillar is lost, the laws of time will collapse.
Why don't you just give it to them?
Amphorius will succumb to eternal disorder.
The trial.
Time never compromises, never bears grudges,
We're gonna get
never forgives, never makes a choice. Child of humanity, Titans, Mother, Skyfather. Time restrains everything that exists in this world.
Oryx's divinity is dissipating? Is the trial coming to an end?
Pathstrider of remembrance.
Miracle path. Miracles are reclaiming your future. This is the true trial of time. You're finally awake. I'll keep it simple. You succeeded. Holiness is truly with their divinity. Now you're no different from a demigod of Enforce. However is not a good thing. Mem has told me about what happened during the trial. They're still explaining things to the others and told me to bring you back to your room to rest first. Oh. Don't sigh, Dan. There's something that I've never told you. We landed on Enforce, our car was pierced by Niskador's lance. Do you remember? Back in the ruins of the Abyss? This is what I said. You passed out when our car got hit. I blacked out too, but not before dragging you out. It's a good thing we were in the car, or we would have been crushed to pieces. Actually, my account kind of made light of the situation. What actually happened was what's much more complicated. You were severely injured back then with several wounds still bleeding profusely. I struggled to carry you out and used the last of my strength to stem the bleeding, but then I was also hit by a falling risk and lost my consciousness. Last time I checked, you still weren't breathing, but when I regained consciousness, I saw that you were alive and full of energy, so I never brought this up again. So you were knocked out unconscious by a rock? That's besides the point. I'm not sure whether the gaze of Fui has anything to do with this matter, but according to the Titan, you are living in the form of a memory right now, just like those objects of the past in the Miracles of Onyx. Perhaps Mem is the anchor rope that ties you to the present. I had assumed they couldn't stay too far from you, but the truth might be the exact opposite. Stellaron, do something! For a while, I also thought that the Stellaron was your life support system, but it seems like this hypothesis has been disproven. It's not time for us to despair yet. There must be a way to save you. Onyx mentioned finding your stolen future and cheating death. Considering my D's indestructible body, it seems to suggest that there's some kind of miraculous power in Enforce that can even reverse death. The key seems to lie with the hand of Shadow, whose whereabouts are unknown.
Hey, are you alright? I heard you two talking about Thanatos. Cass is also very concerned about the warning.
Oh, I bet.
She has left the vortex and returned to the garden. Shall we go and look for her? Thanatos is the Titan that Cass has always been looking for. Regardless of whether there are any clues, there's probably no one else that understands death better than her.
Let's do that then.
Oh, right. There's something that I have to tell you. The Chrysosairs already know everything that has happened to you.
Yeah.
I was too worried, so I told them everything. Please don't hate me, okay?
Hey, at least we didn't have to tell them. Nor did we have to sit through them telling them.
Miss, I'm right here. Please stay there and slowly turn around.
For some reason, you feel like you've seen this scene before.
Please pardon me.
Okay. That is pretty. Oh, come on. I'm gonna take a screenshot. Always need at least one screenshot for the VOD. And I think that is it. Unless I find another one, you never know. That's the one thing with the Hoyoverse games. Their still images are so beautiful that I might find another one before the end of stream.
Just as I expected. I cannot feel anything.
Am I really
At the
dead?
Grove, I was puzzled as to why you were not affected by my curse. I thought that it might have been the special ability of a traveler from beyond the sky. Never did I expect that this would be the true reason. I'm sorry. I should have noticed that something was amiss earlier. Miss, if my abrupt behavior just now offended you, I hope that you can forgive me. I'm just thinking, if your soul has really left your body, as a mortician, I might be able to trace where it has gone to.
Cass, did you find anything?
My apologies. Not as of yet. Perhaps
The
I
fact that
have
we're dead,
overestimated
though,
my
what on
capabilities.
earth?
But, miss, would you be willing to let me try again? This time, I'll increase the area of contact slightly. Perhaps the result might be different this time.
There's no harm in
I
trying again.
have never touched the living in this way before. If my actions are in any way disrespectful, I hope that you can
As long
forgive
as you
me.
don't kill me, I think we'll be fine. Did you discover something?
Seem to have caught a glimpse of something. Your soul is currently roaming someplace and cannot find a way to escape. But perhaps it might not be a bad thing. If your soul is still wandering around, it means that we still have time. We have a chance to find it before the fingers of Thanatos sweep everything away. Clues. Just a few more. I need more guidance. The connection has been severed. With my strength, I'm not able to trace it. It was me. I was a little too hasty. Don't worry, miss. Although we currently have no leads, I will do my best to search for the whereabouts of Thanatos, bring back their core flame, and personally return to you the life that you have lost too soon. I know that I'm lacking in confidence, but I hope that you can keep this promise of mine in mind. Before I manage to deliver on this promise, please do your best to hang on. Amphorius needs you.
I'll do my
Lady
best.
Aglaia and Lord Finon are currently discussing some matters in the paths. They're worried about you too. If possible, please go there and let them know
Don't
that
worry,
you're
we
well.
will.
Although, I don't actually know whether your current situation can be described as well.
Well, yeah, we're dead.
Also, please accept this Styxian fable. Reading can help one to focus and relax. I hope that reading this can help tide you through this difficult period.
That was kind.
More species are...
Ah, it's the, quick read. It's the dragon and the princess one they mentioned earlier. Okay. A collection of fables passed down from the city-state of dragons and waves, Fixia, compiled by the Bard S. Artsphia. This copy is gifted to Caceres by Trian. Hey, Link! The dragon and the princess. When the dragon's wings first swept across Cecilia waves crashed against the rock. Oh yeah. Oh man, yeah. It's a cosplay of Blade. I've made a few cosplays, but I keep on forgetting to like use them more often. I've even got a few that I haven't actually shown off yet either. And stuff. But I'm trying to keep it so that if I do rare cosplay, it's related to the game. So, yeah. Anyway, how are you? I hope you're having a great day so far. We're currently doing the main story of Amphorius for the new update, and yeah. What we've done so far is mind-blowing. Ah, Blade, so I'll bring him up. He's actually a character I have. It's not the best, like, you know, thing, but you can kind of tell a little bit. Don't think is there. Here you go. Close up. Supposed to be a cosplay of the. I think I did fairly okay. Oh man, it was hard. Luckily, I found like a 3D model of him that I could base it on and get all the colors from. But even then, like, there's some bits I can't do. Like, for example, the tassels. I can't do the tassels very well because you have to remember. And I couldn't. I wanted to do the kind of like the strand of like what do you call it? How have I lost the name? Bandage on his arm, but I couldn't do that either. It's like you can use like the hair functions to do like tassels and stuff, but it's hard to do them because it's like, you know, it really only like, especially with V-Roid Studio only being attached to like your head model and stuff. I managed to do like a cape once for like the Yu-Gi-Oh model that I did, but cosplay I did, but it's just a bit hard.
They're here.
That partner! Hyacinth said you definitely wake up. How do you feel?
Could you even take the pulse of someone who's
That's the
dead?
medical prowess of the Twilight Courtyard. Amazing, isn't it?
Yeah,
You've
well,
completed
for
the
me, I don't
trial
even
of
have
time.
Blender. I use
And I
V-Roid
have to
Studio,
admit
which is
that the
like
process went better than I
specifically
expected.
made for making
Even in
VTuber
the end,
models.
that Titan's
And
heart
though they have
still showed
loads
a
of
soft
things that you
spot
can
for
use to actually
humankind.
do stuff, they even added like tails and like cat animal
However,
ears and stuff
I never
in one of the
expected
recent
that.
updates. It
Two people
doesn't
who
mean
had
they can do
cheated
everything.
death would appear in Akima at the same time.
That's what we've been talking about. Mighty has been in Akima for such a long time, but has no one thought to study his indestructible body? If there were even any minor breakthroughs, we wouldn't be as clueless as we are right now.
Many have had this idea, but so far there have been no results. If it were successful, Thanatos wouldn't have disappeared without a trace. Nevertheless, Now is not the time for us to give up. At the very least, we can still see a glimmer of hope. Cypher. If anyone in this world knows the whereabouts of death, it would be her.
It's one of the new characters.
I'll try and get her to return to Akima, but do be prepared for a less than ideal outcome. Please understand that throughout the history of Amphorius, no one has ever managed to escape the clutches of death. At the end of time, Thanatos silently awaits all.
Thank you for
It
your
is my
help.
duty. We too require you to bear the divine position of time. But before that, just...
What's wrong, Aglaya?
Omens always come in pairs. A tiny air current will eventually brew into a storm that tears the sky apart. It's Anaxagoras. He has initiated contact with the Council of Elders.
Ah, I got
Yet,
you.
it has still come down to this.
I earnestly hope that your assessment of him is accurate, Finan. Otherwise, the efforts of my teacher and I of the past millennium might be reduced to dust because of that great performer.
Great. Someone's being an idiot, and great, we have his POV now. Oh.
I'm back here again. I remember this dream. This realm is covered in a silk-like fog, and the land is barren and harsh. The crowd of travelers leaves tracks everywhere.
Hey! Excuse me! What is this place? Where in Amphorius are we?
The mutters of the traveler are in a language I'm unable to comprehend. Or perhaps they're just distracted and ignored my question.
Tell me, which Titan reigns over this land? And how do I find them?
Hand of Shadow.
Hand of Shadow Thanatos. Could this possibly be the Netherrealm?
Not Netherrealm.
Then where is this? River of Souls? The outskirts of the Netherrealm? Are you heading downstream toward the Netherrealm?
The Netherrealm. Nothing but an illusion.
Interesting.
Titan rejects you, me. Listen.
What? The traveler lifts their wrinkled fingers and remains silent. I look in the direction they are pointing and listen closely. There. A massive shadow brought the sound of rushing tides. The sound of tides. I can hear it. I hear it, deep within the tides, beyond the closed gates of the Void World. A voice, about to recount something.
Child of humanity. Is it death's embrace you yearn for with such urgency? Oh, you have awoken. Welcome back to the mortal realm. Your consciousness is dissipating much faster than I expected. Ultimately, it seems like the Titan's core flame is incompatible with a mortal body.
How much longer can my consciousness remain in the mortal realm?
In my estimation, at best, you'll see 15 more entry hours.
That does not sound like enough time.
15 days and nights.
What is it? Are you finally starting to become attached to the mortal world now?
On the contrary, 15 days feels a little too long for solving a singular problem.
What, in death? Okay. Jeez.
Stop giggling. It's time for us to go. The messenger from the Council of Elders is almost here.
Okay, so let's see.
Let me ask you one more question. Are you really planning to betray Aglaya's will?
Yeah, we're doing the new update at the moment. We're playing through the main
What
story.
betrayal is there to speak of when I was never loyal to her?
We're going to be going an hour. Well, okay. We're about an hour into the story-ish. We started at like 24 minutes in, so about an hour and 10 minutes into the story.
What happened to him?
There will be a price to pay for blind faith. This is also a lesson for Finan.
Lovely. You don't give a, you know, he does not care.
You truly are a strict teacher.
Yeah, this guy don't care.
This is how I've always been.
Jeez, man, don't care about the students. Okay, I guess I can walk. Could have gone to the Chimera thing, but let's walk. It's not too far.
Sorry to keep you waiting, Lord ENVtuber. It's been a while, Lord ENVtuber.
What on earth is this?
I greet you on behalf of all the citizens of Akima and express my deepest regret about what happened at the Grove of Epiphany.
Epiphany. I was trying to say that word earlier.
I never expected that you would personally come and meet me.
By carefully into Lantern above, I have come as a testament to the justice of the Council of Elders.
We got machines?
There are Antikytherans here? They have been a rare sight ever since the Chrysos War.
I extend to you my utmost respect, revered Titan.
Okay.
I am Lycurgus, though you may call me Lygus, holding an honorary position within the Council of Elders in Akima, and as the Theoros, I stand to protect the right of all upright citizens to express themselves freely.
Okay.
You can see them too?
You know about us. We Antikytherans perceive the world through the amplitude and frequency of souls.
Yeah, this
Just
model's
as I am
creepy.
conscious that Lady Aglaya is secretly listening in on our private meeting from afar. If necessary, Lord ENVtuber, I can sever the golden thread to protect your fundamental rights.
The demigod should know better, for such is her station. Spare those poor threats, and just let her listen to my words.
They shall serve only to unveil her own folly.
May I interpret this as you having a countermeasure?
I need not any plan, because she can do nothing other than petty espionage. As the Citizens' Assembly approaches, and with Orynyx's fall, any attempt to capture the core flame within me will only usher chaos and calamity. A truth she undoubtedly comprehends. While I, Anaxagoras, serving as the Grove's special envoy to Akima's Citizens' Assembly, have long known the extent of your abilities. Let's forego the formality of asserting authority, Lord Lygus. Lead the way.
Very well. Surely Lady Kindness would appreciate such assertiveness in an ally. She's been waiting. Follow? Is there something on your mind, Lord Anaxagoras?
Nothing, really. It's just a question that I contemplate every time before I ascend to Dawncloud. For the Titans, does the falling equate to death?
Ah, a pondering truly deep. Time is on our side. Do you mind sharing your reflections with me?
While all living beings must ultimately face their demise, Kefali has yet to meet theirs. Their journey continues unhurriedly along this long path.
Are you suggesting that Kefali may not have truly passed?
Yes. For dying implies an ongoing process, an action. Whereas death signifies a static state, a definitive termination. In contrast to mortals, Titans exist on a grander scale of space and time, thus elongating their passage into death. The notion of their fall is but a misinterpretation born of mortal ignorance.
Ah, an intriguing concept, albeit challenging to substantiate. After all, Kefali has maintained a profound silence ever since the era Arasa, while scholars and priests alike have conveyed the message of the gods' imminent fall.
Perhaps the gods, in their arrogance, deemed it beneath them to reveal their perspectives to mortals.
Could you elaborate on your statement?
He's a professor, a scholar, and
Circes,
someone who
the
says
kin
stuff.
of the Sky Father, as recounted in myths, now resides within my brain. Were I to inquire, Kefali would have no cause to refuse.
Oh.
That very well could be true. But what if the world-bearing Titan still chooses to remain silent?
In that case, the myths crafted by the people of Amphorius are nothing more than pitiful jests.
It's worth a try. I believe, and I'd love to witness the fruits of your theory and the change it may bring to this imperiled world. Because I completely concur with you on this aspect. If the Titan has indeed met their end, any response from them would be impossible.
What the hell? What on earth? Is that the transportation method? Okay.
The children of humanity have indeed created a spectacle.
Welcome to Dawn Cloud. The atmosphere here carries a greater sense of solemnity than the mundane clamor of the Marmorial Palace, with entry permitted only to the invited. Only esteemed beings grace this place, and among them I've received priests, scholars, warriors, and now we even have the honor to be in the presence of a Titan. Oh, what a joyous occasion.
Once deemed a blasphemer, now a surrogate for revered divinity. The honor should rightfully be mine.
Yeah.
I'll notify Kindness and the others of your arrival. Kindly wait for a moment. A soldier will be here to guide you shortly. In the meanwhile, you are welcome to explore the vicinity, but kindly remain within the guard's view. Delaying the crucial meeting is something none of us wish to see, I presume.
I'm well aware of Kindness's methods. There's no need to emphasize that.
Okay.
As you wish. Your cooperation is much appreciated.
Alas, I had hoped for a brilliant plan from you, but it turns out you just left one cage to enter another.
Save your concerns. I know very well what I'm doing.
No, you don't.
I shall depart to explore the surroundings then. Now that I look around, I wonder if there are any murals bearing my portrait around here. I'm quite intrigued to see how the children of humanity beyond the Grove perceive another Titan.
Off you go. I won't be joining you. This Titan appears to be quite at ease. I should investigate the Council of Elders' recent activities first.
Be aware, I can hear you perfectly well from here.
Can't have a private thought anymore, can he? Walk around before the messenger arrives. We're dead end.
Even blasphemous scholars can come here, it seems.
Looks like my presence here is quite unwelcome.
Anaxagoras, I thought that you had died to the Black Tide, just like the other scholars.
As Kephale's priest, are you not aware of the decorum of respecting the dead?
Surely you jest. You blasphemous heretics are not worthy of respect from the Supreme Being. Let me remind you that you're currently in Dawn Cloud, so you'd better keep your deranged language to yourself. I am no longer that altar servant from years ago, who could only acquiesce to the commands of others. Now, I have plenty of ways to deal with people like you.
Interesting.
I'm not sure whether I should laugh or cry right now. I can't believe that a follower such as you could have been made by a creation titan. As I see it, a dead titan can't provide you with this level of confidence, right? Then who is it exactly? Could it be kindness?
You. Seeing how fond of you Elder Kindness is, I shall let that slide for now. Leave immediately, and don't impede us from receiving the Supreme Being's blessings.
Seeing as we were able to hear of this matter from the mouths of others, it seems that Kindness is indeed quite sincere toward us. Perhaps this affair will proceed smoother than I had anticipated.
Oh my, what a thrilling confrontation. As expected of one of Kefali's followers.
Are you praising or insulting him?
Praising him, of course. As a believer of the God of Deliverance, it is only natural that he detests evil.
Didn't you hear me? I asked you to leave. Go as far away from here as possible. Don't mutter to yourself like some sort of madman and disturb my meditation.
You should have just said in response, "Come on, Perseus, let's go." And he'd be like, "What the hell?" Oh man.
Professor Anaxa! Over here! Professor Anaxa? Word has it that the scholars of the Grove valiantly perished resisting the Black Tide. To find you here safe and sound, thank the fates.
You could say it's the fates toying with us.
It's only the Crimnoans and Idonians who chase glory through death. But your survival is a victory in itself. I'd settle for that gladly. So, are you here to report the incident to the Council? I heard that after the Black Tide devoured the Grove, Akuma would be next in line, even with the demigod of strife standing alongside humankind.
Tell me, how much does the Council of Elders know about the Black Tide?
Once Kindness and her followers learned of Circe's and Orynyx's fall, they proclaimed in the council that the Flame Chasers could no longer stand against the calamity alone. Yet, when the Crown Prince ascended to godhood and repelled the Black Tide, she immediately altered her tune, declaring that all was resolved beyond Akuma, with the only remaining menace now being Aglaya and her adherents. They might well make their move at the upcoming Citizens' Assembly.
No surprises there, those shifty opportunists. Thank you for your honesty, virtuous student.
Being an opportunist could very well be a facet of wisdom.
Shouldn't you be searching for murals of yourself? I've had enough of your prattling.
I was really curious to see how you would find the middle ground between both factions, so I came to listen in. But it seems as though this Kindness is much more ruthless than Aglaya. If so, why do you want to work with her? Could it be that perhaps you've decided to readily surrender this hollow shell of yours, just because you feel like death is fast approaching?
I'm afraid you'll be sorely disappointed if that's what you truly think. I've had enough of this. Could the 15th entry hour arrive any faster?
Treasure!
Oh, my. Could it be that the great tree painted in this mural is actually depicting me?
Every plant, every tendril, no, even every leaf could be the embodiment of Circe's.
As a result,
Mere mortals who did not know what the Titan actually looked like chose to paint them as a giant tree instead. Their wisdom was portrayed as fruit, to symbolize how they shared their knowledge equally among the masses. Such exquisiteness indeed.
All of our portrait is just a tree.
This mural is quite abstract.
I really can't tell whether you are praising or demeaning yourself. Now I'm quite curious whether the Reason Titan has studied figures of speech before.
Of course I find such stylistic devices interesting. For all we know, this could be the answer to the question, what exactly are we?
I, for one, am not willing to admit that I could look this ugly.
Was this the reason why you failed in your attempt to refine my soul when you were ambushed at the Grove?
Since you are aware of this, why did you save me back then?
From my perspective, this point alone was enough to separate you from the average person.
How do two lunatics coexist in the same brain?
Therefore, it seems that your journey to Dawncloud this time is not just to seek protection.
Oh man. For the fact they're just
What
subtly
then
insulting
is the
each other.
intention behind your actions?
The entire plan is stored in my memory, so why don't you look there?
Then don't mind if I do. 1 year old, 2 years old.
She's going through all your
my.
memories.
Even a member of the preeminent 7 sages must hug his droma stall to sleep? How interesting.
That's enough.
How unusual.
Sorry, you had that coming.
Your soul is actually trembling. This must mean that behind this toy hides a secret that nobody knows, right?
Since our days are both numbered, I don't mind telling you more about it. This is a present that my sister gave to me. It's a doll that was made to look like our family pet.
Oh, okay.
So there are other members in your family, eh? Are they also living in Akama?
Don't you just love to pick through my brain? Go on, continue flipping through my memories. It won't take long. You'll discover the answer when you reach the memories of when I was 5.
Oh, the black tide is everywhere. I can't bear to look.
When I was young, I couldn't accept this outcome either. Georios, Aquila, Kefali, and you, of course. Although I prayed to every titan that I could think of for help, my efforts were ultimately futile.
This... Could this be the inception of your research into alchemy?
Indeed it was. Everything started from that verdant courtyard of yours. When I was pursuing my education there, I naturally also came to learn of the Lacie-Chan's theory as well.
Oh, I remember that person. He was the one to come up with the concept of souls, right?
Not only that, he also believed that life, as well as the composition, movement, and transformation of matter, all stem from souls themselves. This is why I thought that, since all living things stemmed from the same origin, Why could I not sacrifice myself in order to resurrect my nearest and dearest?
Proper Full Metal Alchemist this guy is.
Anaxa, you... I did it, teacher! But this is absolute blasphemy. Regardless of how much freedom the Grove provides, such an act could cause you to be burned at the pyre. Your beloved, where is she now? Send her away from the Grove at once, to a place where nobody will ever be able to find her. Otherwise, the both of us will be judged by the Council of the Seven Sages.
Calm down, teacher. My sister,
Hey, Saki.
she's still not in the mortal realm, even to this day.
What do you mean?
It was naive of me to think that I could snatch the deceased from Thanatos' grip by merely sacrificing one eye.
Oh, so that's why he has an eye patch. This guy really is Full Metal Alchemist embodiment.
It's been an opportunity to see her for one final time.
But yeah, how are you, Saki? I hope you're having a great day so far. We're currently playing through the new story that was added to the game, the Star Rail.
As one of my best students, I cannot watch you go down.
It's not a new one. It's cosplay because I have made a few cosplays for my character. I just haven't used them in a while. This is just Blade's cosplay.
Don't disappoint the deceased and never harm yourself. If you can do that, this classroom
I haven't made any new cosplays in a while. I'll have to think about making another one. Blade from Star Rail.
Since I was able to see her one last time.
Or Bladey.
You're right, teacher.
I'll bring it up in a bit if we've got a pause point.
I am sincerely glad for you, child. Now then, what topic would you like to study?
I wish to continue Lacie-Chan's research.
Continue the research into souls, but you know that the Grove has long since understood his philosophy like the back of their hands. Even if you continue digging into this subject, your efforts will likely be...
Maybe. It's hard to move my own model around since I try and keep it in the same position.
After my fleeting glimpse of the deathly fog, I finally understood a single truth. Since ancient days, our understanding of the souls is but the tip of the iceberg. I may have lost an
eye. And we managed to win the 50-50 and got her.
Clearer than ever.
What was it at? We're at 62. I think it was a 62. So we're at 52 and we did a temple. So it was like our second temple, I think, that we got her. Unless I completely lost track. It was over 2 hours ago now. I don't know where the time goes sometimes with this game.
However, this story doesn't seem to be connected to your plan. In fact, I'd say that they aren't related at all.
The answer lies within the tale. If even you cannot understand it, perhaps you should relinquish the divinity of reason to me. After all, it'd be a waste for you to hold on to it. My story ends here. Now it's time for you to tell me.
I'm actually not sure. So I don't have Luoka.
This is what equivalent exchange means.
And I don't have a 5-star healer yet. Although I did get Bailu on that free call from a while ago. But yeah, my choices are Luocha or E1ing Runmei, which E1's apparently really good on her. So I am not sure. There's also the whole thing of waiting because they're going to be adding more characters. And I don't think there's an actual like I don't believe the
Your
item
followers are going to
expires,
be sorely
and they've already
disappointed
put
by
a thing
this.
in saying that they're going to be adding more characters, so I could just wait to
Child
see
of
what the new characters
humanity,
are, to see if there's any
remember
better
this.
ones.
Being cognizant of one's ignorance is the greatest wisdom of all.
But yeah, it's hard to say. It's hard to say, because it's
Now
like,
I understand.
there are characters that I don't
No
have
wonder
that I
you asked
do
me to
want,
answer
like
your
Kafka
random,
and stuff.
nonsensical questions.
Especially since they've been confirmed to have, you know, an upgrade
Not only that,
later on. Or
you're
at least
the
some of them
only
have.
one who can shed light on my query. As the saying goes, onlookers see most clearly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's hard to say. It's hard to say,
Is that
because
so?
from what I know, was it
Lord
Gallagher and
Anaxa.
Ocho like the best healers?
Hmm?
I saw you muttering to yourself and was wondering whether you were caught in a delirium of reflective thought. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but time
Yeah,
is
so
of
it's
the
hard to
essence.
know at this point. I mean, I could just roll a dice to decide, but I'm
I
gonna
have a
leave it
message
for a
from
bit.
Lord Lygus. Lady
There
Kainis
isn't
has met up with the
a
Council of Elders and is
risk of
awaiting your
losing
arrival.
out on it
So
from the
please
looks of
depart
it, so I'm
forthwith.
probably just gonna have a good long think. Kind of like what I did on the other one, which I finally picked Bailu for earlier
It's
today,
finally
so
time.
yeah.
Carefully. The one who created the world, and the one who bears the world. If you truly have not met your end, how will you answer the challenges of those who defy you?
I didn't expect you to agree to Lady Kainis's invitation. What a wonderful turn of events. To tell you the truth, there are many people who hold grudges against that Lady Goldweaver.
Yeah, so the character. I got the story one. Ah. Yeah, so this is which one is it? Information. Okay. This is what it's supposed to be a cosplay of. Kind of hard to tell. I have loads of characters as well, so it's like hard to know. But yeah, I finally picked the other 3 5-star from a while ago, and I went with Guailu just because I don't have her yet. And then of course, here's Cassaris. Apparently, she needs like double or triple the amount of stuff to actually get her leveled up or something. Which, from what I know, it's probably because of her global passive. But yeah. Hopefully we can work on her a bit.
The Dromas draped in finery.
Avoid his gaze. I don't acquaint myself with blasphemers.
Don't worry. He's too full of pride to pay us any attention.
Your nickname is Dromus as well? You must really like those creatures.
Oh, nice. Honestly, some of the bosses I still haven't finished. Like,
A student of
boss-
Empedocles? I hear that his views run counter to the Venerationists.
yeah. I did try and get Hoo-Hoo, but unfortunately, with Cassaris and her global passive, I couldn't really miss out on her.
And it is such collisions that lead to progress.
Yet,
Lord Lygus and Lady Kainis are just ahead. I'll take my leave for now.
Military runner.
Welcome to the Demigod Council, esteemed guests.
Lord Anaxagoras, oh, I've heard so much about you. Head of the Nusporists of the Grove of Epiphany, notorious blasphemer, a Chrysos heir who bears Circe's core flame, a survivor of the Grove calamity. Did I miss anything? Well, if so, please be so kind as to enlighten me.
Since Lady Kindness is already well acquainted with me, I won't waste any effort introducing myself again. But then again, perhaps the customs are different here. Back in my hometown, there is a form of etiquette known as honoring guests. The host will welcome their guest with warm hospitality by treating them to fine wine and a cozy bed. And yet, ever since I arrived, I have not been welcomed with warm courtesy or ceremonial gifts. Instead, I am met with intense scrutiny. Even more absurd, the host has sharpened their blade and instructed their servants to lie in wait in the shadows. Perhaps you intend to cut open my heart, retrieve the core flame, and then hold a grand feast for all of the guests.
Everyone, stand down.
Thank you for understanding. I am but a feeble scholar who is not used to the stench of avarice and blood.
No need to be humble, my lord. From my perspective, your courage and gumption are worthy of the reputation of the Seven Sages. Your bravery is more than adequate to accomplish our perilous endeavor.
So, you wish to start a war?
Well, since the Chrysos heirs are calling for war, we will respond in kind. Conflict is inevitable. Since Aglaya endeavors to suppress the virtuous commoners with blood of gold, we will not hesitate to display the rights and mettle the citizens of Akama are so entitled to. As to your question of whether peace is still a viable option, well, to that I can only say this. Everything hinges on the next citizens' assembly and whether they have a sudden epiphany amid the clamor of the masses. And since you, as a Chrysos heir, accepted our invitation, you have indeed given us a glimmer of hope.
What brazen arrogance. What you're saying right now is worlds apart from what you were saying before you retired your cleaners.
I don't deny it. After all, they're responsible for cleaning up any threats, and just a moment ago, you were on the side of the Chrysos heirs. But now that you're an ally of ours, we can continue talking somewhere else. As you know, these walls have ears. I was fortunate enough to have the opportunity to discuss a treatise about the Venerationists with your teacher, Empedocles. Yet, it seems you subscribe to the Nusporists instead, Lord Anaxa. I've heard that this school of thought is one with many detractors.
It's normal for ideas to have support.
Welcome back to the hub of the Demigod Council, Lord Anaxagoras.
What about everyone's using his full name?
You remember that countless eloquent orators have stood in this spot before and emerged victorious by stoking public sentiment with their words. And yet there have also been innumerable blasphemous philosophers who set themselves up for failure because they refused to defend their actions. This tiny stage is the most profound embodiment of Akama in centuries. In 15 days, this site shall also become the most important, as well as the final turning point in Akama's history. May the both of us carry out our duties with honor and lead the masses back toward the Erechrysia, a golden age with no death, strife, or trickery.
Interesting.
Oh my, 15 days and nights. That aligns perfectly with the date of your demise. Could such a coincidence truly exist?
Using death to prove myself fits my intentions perfectly.
What strong conviction you have. As expected of the hero who dared to stand up to the Gold Weaver.
As expected, she misunderstands you.
That's enough, Lady Kindness. Dispense with the niceties. I only accepted your invitation so that I can serve the commoners alongside the members of the Council of Elders. Don't test my patience with such superfluous formalities.
Well, you say that now, but surely you also require my aid as well, so that you can stay alive even when being pursued by the Golden Thread?
You worry too much. She won't show her hand too freely, as she still needs to garner support from the masses at the Citizens' Assembly.
Even someone like me can tell that only a sliver of her humanity remains. Surely you're not asserting that she will definitely act in a rational manner.
As you're no doubt aware, Aglaia covets the core flame that I possess, which makes
Yeah,
it
I'm
the
enjoying
bargaining
it
chip that
so
allows
far.
me and the rest
We'll
of
probably
you
find a pause
to
point at some
negotiate
point,
with her.
because you know how long
However,
these stories are.
I'll need the Council of
But the
Elders
story
to support
itself
me
is normally
as
around
much as
9 hours
possible.
these days, so I'll
Naturally,
probably take a break
this
at some
includes
point.
the guards as well.
Oh yeah, the
You're well
multiplayer I'm
aware
excited
how
for, but
valuable
I hope
Cersei's core flame will be
they
in the
do
era
it in the right
crisis
way,
that
if you
you're
know what I mean.
desperately pursuing.
Like, I've played games in the past where they kept on bringing out stronger and stronger characters, and then
Talk is cheap,
the
so you'd better
online
act prudently
multiplayer of them, when you battled against other people's
I
teams,
understand.
was basically just,
After all, this
like,
battle of
every
wits is
battle
just
would
a
go
means
to
for each
time
party to acquire what they need.
on auto
As long as your request is reasonable, the
and stuff.
Council of Elders
But yeah,
never
it's like, hopefully they
shortchanges
do it
its
in the right
allies.
way.
Since we're both intent on mutual cooperation, let's not mince words and just speak plainly to each other. Let us decide how much we can secure for ourselves and how much we're willing to sacrifice, like true philosophers, with our words and wisdom.
Let's begin then.
Continuing from the earlier topic, let us discuss our common enemy, Aglaia. She is the second most experienced Chrysos heir across the whole of Akama, who has gradually lost her humanity to the ravages of time and the ablation of the core flame. A formidable opponent indeed. Admittedly, there is ample reason for her to take your life. Yet your previous reasoning is quite sound. As a seasoned political animal, it's unclear whether she will actually cross that irreversible boundary. Moreover, she still needs you alive so that the Titan's trial can be completed. Is there anyone present who can swear by the sacred vow of Kefali and guarantee that you weren't in league with that woman before coming here?
Hey there, I hope you're having a great day so far. How are you?
To pull the wool over our eyes and aid her in her savagery.
I believe you're aware of Castorus the Executioner. Long before I returned to Akama,
Got ya. Oh dear.
Aglaia had already
Well, I hope
dispatched
you have
her
a
to
nice
monitor.
rest for the rest of the day.
If I weren't able to reach this place in time, I would have been forced to meet Thanatos first. As compared to a comprehensive plan with uncertain results, if you decide to cut open my chest and remove the core flame, wouldn't that settle her nerves even more? Everything is in place. She just needs the right timing.
I understand what you mean.
Oh, the volume's kind of low?
At the very least, the both of us agree that this tyrant who wallows in extravagance
I can
and
turn it up a bit
greed is the
more.
greatest threat to achieving peace.
Problem
in
is, it's
Akama.
like when I look at like my desktop
Council of
audio and
Elders is
my
willing to
audio
defend your
input
right to
capture,
live,
there's
just
only a
as
bit
we
between
defend
them.
every oppressed
Oh, it's
citizen.
just speaking. Okay, got it. It's like if I turn it up too much more, it'll be at the same volume as me. Man.
However, I regret to say that sentiments in favor of the Chrysos heirs and Aglaya are only growing in magnitude. The peace that we are aspiring toward, as well as everything that we hold dear, will be destroyed completely. The city will be burned to ashes, and the citizens' blood will be shed. Tell me, what are you willing to do for our esteemed citizens so that they can vanquish the enemies of our fine city?
To honor my supporters according to Garda and the support of the Tigrave. I'll be the one.
Aglaya's authoritarianism, conceit, and arrogance have granted her unfettered control for the most part. Yet these traits are also her greatest weakness. If I can render her helpless by forcing her to experience the agonizing pain of betrayal, I am certain she will never recover from such a setback.
So I've made a few cosplay outfits. This is a cosplay of Blade from Honkai Star Rail. I just decided to change into it because I haven't used any of my cosplay outfits in a while. I have a few. Some of them are listed below in the About section.
Merely watching to see how much chaos I can.
I haven't actually made one in a while.
Not to mention, you know full well that the Chrysos heirs have never been a united front.
That's fair. That's fair. The main reason, like, I'm limited to what I can do because I use like Theoid Studio to make them with my character model and stuff. But other than that, it's like Blade actually has a similar lore to me.
From this discussion. Let me put it plainly. The council.
Oh dear, Saki got caught by the auto mod. How on earth is that class does that?
Of sincerity.
Okay.
The Council of Elders has vowed to all citizens of Akaba that it will always
How was
remain
Thebes allowed to say that phrase, but Saki wasn't? Okay, that's really weird.
Be able to live up to such earnestness and will not betray Akama's indomitable citizens when the opportunity presents itself. Just as you now betray Aglaya when it suits.
Maybe? The only difference is like it's a question. Really? I have no clue. For reference, it's the crazy girl bit plus the question mark it doesn't like. I mean, all I can say is you can save up for VIP. VIP, how many channel points is it at the moment? It is 30,000 channel points, so you're probably slowly getting there. Yep. And Saki just got hit a second time. Apparently, it's noted down for misogyny? I think that's how you pronounce the word. But yeah, like, okay, sure. The problem is, it's like, you know, I could just allow that, but at the same time, it'll put it onto an auto-allow, so when someone does use it as a bad way, then it'll be allowed.
Surely you just.
Oh, I know, like...
The fact that
I still get remembered about a Yu-Gi-Oh hit. So, someone used the term beat Snake Eye. As in, because Snake Eye is a Yu-Gi-Oh deck, and they were like, beat it, as in they beat Snake Eye in a Yu-Gi-Oh duel. And it got flagged for sexual content or something, and I'm just like, what? Oh man, I was just like, okay, how am I supposed to press allow on this? Because, you know, yeah, technically speaking, but in the context, it's a big reach. Yeah, that one works. Maybe it's the term crazy it doesn't like with it. I have no clue. Kaleidoscopium? Oh, which one was that? Eek. Can't even remember. Yeah.
I am incredibly honored to have witnessed the both of you bury the hatchet in a civilized manner. However, I am afraid that I must interrupt for a brief moment.
Yeah, I can't
Theos,
remember.
I have observed the following. Lady Aglaya, the Goldweaver, is currently on her way to Dawncloud.
Oh. Well, I do believe that we might have a slight overabundance of guests today.
Feeling dissatisfied, Lady Kindness? Despite the Council of Elders' lofty residence on Dawncloud, it must still tolerate the whims of the Chrysos heirs.
So you were holding back just now. Seems like you are better at playing this game than I. In any case, I'm glad that she's arriving here.
Okay.
So tell me, Anaxagoras, now that you're an ally of mine, if Aglaya were to demand that I hand you over, what should I do?
You can do as she says. Tell her that the Council of Elders merely wished to chat with me and had no intention of offending her.
Okay.
However, by doing so, the authority of the Council of Elders will be as thin as papyrus that has been soaked in blood. Not only can it be destroyed at the slightest touch, but the Council will also lose possession of a valuable core flame.
Fine.
No, more like 2 core flames. After all, at the next Citizens' Assembly, that young lady who is synonymous with death will also be standing on our side.
Interesting.
Oh? How can you be sure of that?
Is that of importance to you? All you need to know is that I have a plan. In my opinion, you should be more worried about the impending threat. If Aglaya can seize me in full view of the masses today, she could also dismiss the entire Council of Elders in one fell swoop tomorrow. If that happens, the discussion that we've just had will turn into an utter joke instead. Is this the outcome that you wish to see, Lady Kindness?
Fine. I will handle this matter appropriately.
Interesting.
But you do best to remember this. Fool the people and karma will be on your tail. I'll overlook it this time, but don't count on there being a next time.
Okay.
Unless, of course, you crave cruel punishment and consider suffering the perfect state to ponder the true nature of souls.
Well, what do you know? That happens to be one of my rare talents.
We shall see, then.
Okay.
I've got to say that you've managed to really impress me again. But shouldn't you be going after more?
Dying to know what I'm after.
I mean, I'm the reason Titan after all. It is in me to ask and seek answers.
Easy there. You'll learn the answers.
I mean, Sissy's that one
I didn't
on
bring
the
it up
left,
with her,
right
purely
now.
she doesn't have the means to give
No one
me
else
what I
can see her
truly
except for that robot thing with
It's
a
as
hole
they
in
say,
his chest.
onlookers see most clearly.
She's kind of like
The true masters
the core
of
flame
Dawncloud
that they keep on
have always
mentioning
been
is
the
like
Theoros,
her power,
who
basically, and
watches
it's inside him, but he can't handle it, so he's slowly dying. And he's going to be dead in 15 days. Ironically, that's also when the Citizens' Assembly is going to happen in 15 days, so he's going to be dead by then.
Unexpected visitor. Welcome once again.
Yeah, this guy's design is weird.
You know, you could actually skip all the pointless debate and come straight to me to seek an audience with Kefali. I have no reason to refuse you, do I?
Some sort of machine, anyway.
You may not, but Kindness has. Whoever gets hold of Kefali's core flame will get to rule over Akama. She's wary of me, so naturally I had to gain her trust. I would say that debate was not at all pointless.
Very true.
In my view, this individual has gone to great lengths to get close to Kefali. He might very well be plotting something nefarious against the Titan. Are you still willing to let him pass, knowing this?
Yes, very much so. All living creations are always free to visit Kefali's transcendent vessel. This comes with being the World-Bearer.
Okay.
How convenient it is to be able to hear what they say.
It is truly my honor to speak to a venerated Titan in person. Please, go ahead.
Yeah.
Let me join you both on this journey.
Oh, looks like Mercury Sword enough for VIP. Give me a second.
A bygone myth tells of an occasion where Kefali once answered their followers' questions on the peak of the Holy Mountain.
/ VIP.
Their followers have since believed that scaling this Titan cliff is one way of being with the god.
Let's copy your username to make sure I don't misspell it. And double check I haven't misspelled it. Cool, so if you post again or reload the page, you should have the VIP symbol now. No worries, CBs. Thank you for popping in, and I hope you have a good rest of your day.
Hear that? It's not every day that you get to climb a mountain with Circes. You should sing me a hymn of praise.
As in a dream.
Titan hymns are beyond me.
Water tower, gonna go somewhere near that entity. No worries. Yeah, I have to check to see how many we've got as VIP. We must be getting close to a 2-digit number now. Unless we've gone past it already. I don't know. Treasure! No! Treasure!
Take this Yanis shortcut, and the long pilgrimage stairway will be waiting for you at its end.
I have to admit, I never expected you to not ask me anything. Not even my motive.
Because I know very well what it is you are after. As the saying goes, a gentleman helps others achieve their goals. I have a feeling that your theory will be validated at the end of this journey.
Interesting.
I believe Kefali will not deprive you of your right to ask your question, especially now that you're on the brink of death. You must be closer to Kefali than anyone else. Wouldn't you agree?
I hope things go as you say, then.
Putting a child of justice into a farcical world is bound to turn it upside down. It is my hope that you bring a much-needed change to this world, which is on the brink of destruction.
Treasure! Yeah, so from what I remember, I think I have like 30 slots for VIP at the moment. I need to double check where I am with how many VIPs we've got, because we don't get... It's very rare we get people redeeming the VIP redeem. Although saying that, someone redeemed it last week or the week before.
What a splendid view. Isn't it about time you recognize the magnificence of us Titans?
Oh, man.
Well, I don't see how this place is different from those temples in the city. All they have are magnificent facades.
Goodness.
And even though I've come this far, I'm still doubtful about getting useful clues from him.
I must be getting ahead of myself to be expecting to hear something nice.
Isn't that like enough? I really don't know. I'm losing track. Like it's 30k to redeem it.
Haven't you been in my head for some time now? It's high time you get used to how I feel about things.
Dude, you're trying to hit a good big number first before redeeming it.
Alright, we're just a short hike away from Kefali. No time to waste here.
So the intellectual debate from earlier was too draining for you, huh? If ENVtorius gets a new lease on life, you should focus on strengthening your body and stop shirking social interactions.
Save your concern.
The Titan is in sight. Can you make it?
Why? Are you going to carry me up if I were to fall now? I know how far I can go, so just hold your tongue and come along.
Fine then. I guess I won't say any more. I'll just wait till your soul dissipates completely to gain control over your body.
Wait. Who is that? Cersei's? Hey, look at that.
Huh? What should I be looking at?
Am I hallucinating? Or do we even get to see souls when we're close to dying?
Great. He's seeing things. He's losing his marbles.
Oh? Why didn't you bring your favorite spear with you on this trip, Nias?
Nias? I know I've heard this name somewhere.
It's unfortunate.
It's the Strife Titan and the Reason
Tide
Titan.
destroyed every last inch of my calyx.
How could that be? Even a creation of Georios, from their prized ores and molten fire, couldn't escape the fate of destruction?
Hey, Cersei's. Do you know a certain Nias?
Nias? No, not that I remember. How did you even think up such a strange name?
I just saw him. Nias. A warrior-like figure who was just chatting with you here.
No, I have no such memory. Could you be hallucinating?
Well, Nice is the Strife Titan.
This is a departed spirit.
Hey, what's up? Oh, thank you for resubbing. You've now been subscribed for 15 months in a row. Goodness me. Still gotta open. Spin wheel. Did I just close something? Damn it. 1 second. Finally found my notes on the spin the wheel stuff. There we go. And I've made it so that I've transferred all the info over to my laptop. And luckily I note down all the subs I get anyway on other notes, so I backdated everything and added an extra spin for good measure since I lost it. But yeah, how are you? I hope you're having a great day so far. Oh. Treasure. Someone else is a ghost over here. Lovely. Oh, and over here? We've got ghosts everywhere. This guy really is on death's doors as he's seeing ghosts. Yeah, we're currently playing through the new story that's added to Honkai Star Rail. Ah, you're at work. Well, sending power over to you. I hope your work goes good.
You two again.
Oh, I know. I'm going to be finding a pause point at some point. Preferably around the 3-hour mark, hopefully.
Enough about me. Did Kaos ever reply to you?
Well, regrettably.
Seems like the price of becoming a demigod is a lot heftier than we thought.
Kaos. Demigod. I've never heard of this person.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's how it is, isn't it? I mean, even the last few story quests have been like 9 hours-ish. Especially since I've been going through them, like, on auto.
I doubt he'd snub his old friends, would he?
Oh, I've already done my pools. Wow. I might do some more pools afterwards, because I want to try and get the light cone, but I did manage to get Casserus, so I am happy.
Are you seeing that same hallucination again?
Yes. It's still you and Nias, but you're now talking about a certain Kaos. I'm guessing he's one of your companions?
Yeah, it's gonna be...
This name sounds just as strange to me.
Never mind.
It's gonna take a while to power up though. Apparently she requires more resources than all the rest of the characters, which...
They aren't hallucinations.
Noting the fact that she has that global passive and stuff, that probably makes sense that she's gonna take a while to power up.
What? But if those are the souls of the dead, then what am I?
Good question.
Beats me. For all I know, you're just an illusion I conjured up in my dying moments.
Goodness.
Let's just keep going. As long as I take in more sights and hear more stories.
Know your limits. Wander too far among the dead, and even I might not be able to save you.
Okay.
I'm fine.
For greetings, Kepleri? Interesting. Even more dead people everywhere.
Our fortune is changing for the
Looks like we can't interact with any of them.
So,
Can you keep going?
Of course.
We know one of these two from previous stories.
If I knew
Nias
we
we
had to
know
climb a
about.
mountain, I wouldn't have come along with you.
This must be really, really in the past.
I guess this also counts as one aspect of the world-bearing burden. If Amphorius does have a next life, you may want to get your body in shape.
There are theories that Amphorius is like
Keep
a
your
loop.
sarcasm to yourself.
Like, this has happened multiple times, the destruction and recreation and stuff.
Value from them.
I would sooner throw myself off this cliff and hit rock bottom than exercise even a little.
Interesting.
I am Calypso of the Eminent Seven Sages, after all. Training would make me no different from those Helcalithist barbarians.
I mean, with theories, it's hard to know, really.
Calypso. She's one of the Seven Sages. A member of the group?
It's always hard to know. I mean, how much of the story have you played through? You finished this part of the story or stuff. Do you know about what happened to the main MC?
Hey, Circes. Does the name Calypso ring a bell? Circes?
Oh, great.
Doesn't matter. I can do this.
Ooh, getting a bit laggy.
Looks like I'm nearly there now. The land of the dead.
Oh, beautiful old world. Where are you now? Oh, legendary era Chrysia, return to the mortal realm.
Okay.
Splendid gods once walked the paths.
Yeah, I mean, we're dead, so, you know, it's hard to say.
Alas, all that's left of that warmth is a hazy mirage.
Maybe? I mean, that could be it too.
Why are you chanting that too?
Yeah, it's hard to say, really. But honestly, it's good. Like, having loads of different theories is good for the game.
I don't get to ask the Titan my question. But all of you make for a pleasant surprise, nonetheless. Very well then. Let me uncover the truth for myself.
I think you're about to die at this rate, from the sounds of it.
Did I still fail to make it in time? Huh? So, I'm back here again. This is... I can hear it. I hear it from the depths of the tides, behind the closed doors of the Void World. A voice ready to tell me something. This time, the voice is a lot clearer than before.
Since we've come this far, let's just wait.
Probably say neither. Both of them sound like hell.
Nias and Miss Calypso. Are you both here to visit Chaos too?
Yes, and we've been waiting for quite some time now.
I'm wondering, based on words and stuff, it almost seems like these are the people. These are people who became the gods eventually, but
and crushed by the world-bearing burden.
it's almost like they went through the flame chase
You're
journey
overthinking,
already.
Lord Nias. I can still sense Chaos' soul in the area. And besides, we both know Chaos' nature. A deliverer like him wouldn't fall so readily, much less give up on all that he holds dear. Isn't that so?
Yes, I have faith in him.
I guess it depends which world in Star Rail you want to live on.
Why are you making this trip alone, Polixia?
Oh, my sister needs more time to make sure the flowers are fine.
Such a pity. Both of you have hearts kinder than anyone else. Yet you are born only to take over Thanatos' divinity.
Everything that I see and hear this time has left me shaken to the core. What may seem like a mundane conversation is in truth a once-in-a-lifetime exchange that has revealed the ultimate answer to Circe's question. The conjecture has taken shape and must now be solidified into a theorem. Next, I only need to seek verification from Kefali. By doing so, I can answer Circe's question and reclaim my body. But no, I will not do that. That isn't important. Because another one of my conjectures, one that I have always dreamed of proving, has been proved right this very instant. Fusing a mortal soul with that of a Titan to replace said Titan is not a ludicrous idea after all.
Ooh, Dunheim's POV.
What are you thinking about?
Time for me to do talking again. Just amazed at how this towering tree is Circe's divine body. It's a magnificent, majestic sight, goodness me.
Is that so? You don't look the slightest bit amazed, though. Plus, you seem to be strangely familiar with the city around the great tree.
Merely something from my past that I won't go into.
Events of the past, huh? I was also a child when I looked up at Circe's. Their leaves and branches reflected the sparkling stars, and their trunk was like a pillar that supported the sky and ground.
Interesting.
I stood at this very spot back then, imagining the day when I could climb to the top of this tree, because I would be the closest I can be to the sky at that spot.
You're a sky priest, yet you study at a place that is home to the Reason Titan. That's rather counterintuitive.
Don't read too much into it. I mean, can mortals even hope to reach Aquila's realm? They're a strict and draconian god, nothing like Circe's. Reason is willing to share what is theirs with others, but Sky only expects people to revere them. You get what I'm saying, right, Denny? After all, the Titan that imprisoned you and Grey here in Amphorius is none other than Aquila themselves.
Yes, I didn't count on provoking the ire of a local god.
But there will always be people who dream of soaring towards the sky. The Grove has a wealth of research on Aquila, and that is exactly what we are here for.
Okay.
It's just, I never thought Grey would meet with something like that before we set off. As a physician, I should have been there by his side.
Bad luck tends to come in streaks, so don't beat yourself over it. Besides, I'm gonna need you here to uncover the truth behind what happened to the Grove. Let's just make the most out of this trip and keep a lookout for any documents related to the Death Titan. They could be useful to Trailblazer.
Yeah, there's no rest for the weary, huh? In any case, what we're looking for could be anywhere in this enormous grove. Let's split up to cover more ground. Danny, with your skills, I'm sure those monsters born of the Black Tide will pose no threat to you anyway.
What about you? Will you be alright on your own?
Have you forgotten that you're talking to the chief physician of the Twilight Courtyard? Have more faith in me. I'll be just fine.
Science here is near deafening. With the vast amount of knowledge it holds, this academy is akin to a labyrinth of information. Even the cleverest of scholars would easily lose their way in here. I should gather my thoughts before heading in. How to leave Amphorius. In the mist, Acolia, the titan who reigns over the domain of the skies, is a colossal bird that overlooks the world beneath them with 100 eyes. As long as they continue to soar above the clouds, the people of Amphorius will remain trapped on the ground. Forebears were priests who worshipped Acolia. Nobody is more familiar with the taboos of the Sky Titan. More than her. Seeing how Aglaia sent her here as a guide, it's possible she plans to have Hyacinthe take on the trial in the future. Forest Titan mythology. In Forest Titans are a common topic of discussion. People create myths that in turn conceive titans. It's a tricky task to keep an objective view when among the people of the forest. Is there a way to step out of the situation and look at it from a different perspective? Titans and eons. Narcissus and demigods. In case you're in prophecy. I'm not gonna do this. I still can't believe Dan Hang still doesn't have a voice. Trailblaze applied. Never could have imagined the child's life could be forfeited the moment he landed on Amphorius. I should have done more to keep her safe, but it's too late. We still have a fighting chance. The unique rules that govern life and death on Amphorius might just work in our favour and save her. The Grove is a rather large baby love records and similar case. Please, let there be one. Enough mustering for now, time to move. The clock is ticking, we should search for clues as I move. That sky feels unusual now I've gotten used to eternal light in Okama. I'm forgetting to look for these. Okay, let's do. Black monsters are twisted in form. Their life has turned to ash together with their souls. It's impossible to figure out their form when they're still alive. These are the remnants of a black tide monster. It does look different from the Titan King from up close. What's that underneath it? A scroll? Scholars debates one. As expected, the Grove doesn't forbid discussions about the sky. It's a debate between two scholars about the sky ships. The guy also made mention of the ships when she interrogated us, a memory I'd rather forget. I'd hold on to this for now. With any luck, this journey won't leave us empty-handed. Yeah, we still haven't had a single fight yet today in the story. We have not had a single battle yet. Hopefully that will change. Look, that's Hyacinth. Why is she surrounded by so many monsters? As such faces I haven't hurt, it's probably a good idea to help her out there.
Really now? This is way more trouble than I could have asked for.
Need a hand?
Or you could sit back and watch.
I can't tell if you're serious or not, but being hard to read isn't without its perks, I suppose.
I'm kidding, Danny. Lend me a hand, pretty please. Alright, now let's get him!
Finally got to fight something! We're like almost 3 hours in and we're finally able to fight something. Woo!
Friends? Indulge yourselves!
Oh yeah, Gallagher's now E6 as well finally, so hopefully he'll going to deal. Well, I think, what was his E6 again? It was like recovery when he enters or something.
Eternal.
All will be swept away by the wind.
Dream vanished. Set the seas ablaze!
Okay. This place is practically in ruins. What happened? There shouldn't be this many monsters here.
The Black Tide is remarkably quick to detect the light of Amphorius. So or rather, the blessings of the Sky Priest in me, might have unknowingly called them to me. Anyway, never mind that for now. Here, you might want to have a look at this. I found it around here and thought it might be of interest to you.
Scholars Debate 2. Why do I feel like the person question mark is the guy who's causing all these problems? Yeah.
This is new. I didn't know Professor Anaxa was researching this guy. He's never mentioned anything about it.
Paimon said Anaxa might be opposed to the flame chase journey.
Might is an understatement. Anaxa has never been one to venerate the gods, nor has he ever found it within himself to put any faith in the prophecy. People have come to think of him as a heretic, even in a place as liberal as the Grove. Yet, it is also this very blasphemer that Circe's favors. Fate sure works in mysterious ways.
Yep. I picked up a scroll on my way here. It looks like they may be related to the one you're holding.
Oh? Let me have a look. By the looks of them, these scrolls are records of two conversations that took place in the same setting, one after the other.
There's still much I don't know about the Grove. Do you mind if I ask you a few questions?
Sure, go ahead.
Who are the
The Grove of Epiphany is home to 7 schools of thought. While all 7 schools are founded on the ideologies of Thalesis, the first scholar, each is unique in its own way. Among them, the Venerationists revere and worship the Titans the most. As the sage of the Venerationists, Euthyphro has always been at loggerheads with Anaxa.
If we were to place the 7 sages on the scales of Talanton, Anaxa and Euthyphro would be placed on opposite sides to achieve balance.
Yeah. A very illustrative explanation, thank you. Was it a mistake to build the skyships?
Nearly everyone in Amphorius has heard the story of the skyships by now. Aquila's stature is loftier than the heavens, and their divine retribution is merciless. That's why it's no use building giant skyfaring ships. Oh, but I do wonder if a supercharged mini Treevee cannon could slip past their watch.
That was a joke, right? What is Anaxa's field of study?
Forests primarily study the application of alchemy in soul repair. Everyone considers Anaxa a blasphemer, but that has never stopped him from sharing his ideas, no matter how taboo. If you must say that he's hiding something, then it's likely what lies beneath his eye patch.
I don't have any more
Anaxa
questions.
often says that every failure brings us one step closer to the truth. Perhaps, to him, the crash of the skyship carries a different interpretation. The firmament is not impenetrable. On the contrary, it was precisely because the skyship represented the first step toward breaking free from the shackles of the earth that it provoked the wrath of the Sky Titan and brought divine punishment upon itself. It's a shame that the majority of the Grove's research on Aquila was headed by the Venerationists, with sacrificial rituals making up a predominant part of their findings. Discourse about more esoteric subject matters in relation to Aquila dwindled even further after the skyship incident. So much so that even this scroll is completely new to me.
Don't worry about it. We'll just collect everything we find on the Titans for now. There's something else that's caught my attention though. It says that Anaxa is conducting secret experiments of some sort.
That's what I'd like to know. What are these experiments he's involved in? Even I, the assistant lecturer, know next to nothing about them. I have a bad feeling about this. Could there be more to what happened at the Grove?
Oh, it's another enemy. Hopefully we can find a good stopping point soon. There always seems to be a middling point to these.
This is the Library of Philia, a place where the Grove stores its collection of tomes. Other than books written by the 7 schools, you can also find philosophical texts, ballads, and religious writings from the Outlands here. Cities that desire to learn from the Grove were apparently expected to contribute knowledge of equal value to what they sought. We've had more than our fair share of hilarious episodes over the years. For instance, it's said that the Erythrocheramists once borrowed a manuscript from a certain author, but ended up returning a copy instead of the original. What's more, the original manuscript was supposedly then hidden here.
That doesn't seem like a nice thing to do.
No need to hold yourself back, Danny. You can just tell it like it is. Their behavior was no different from bandits.
Well, if you don't mind, did the Grove ever rob Cashton Kramers?
You've got me there. Some said you couldn't even find a dictionary in Castrum Kremnos, so I guess they were spared. There are too many books in the Library of Philia. Flipping through them all will take too long. Why don't we use the Biblioslate to search for the texts we need? We can bring them back to Akama for reading after that.
Agreed, this place isn't safe. We should leave as soon as we're done. There's still several more scrolls of Strewn all over the place. I'll gather them while you pull up the text. This way, nothing will be overlooked. Okay. I don't like this room. Why do they have to have something with a heartbeat? These are complaint letters from the scholars about Naxa, the blasphemer. There's a thick stack of letters. Based on just the perfectly intact seals, the complainee did not even bother opening them, just chucked them aside into a corner. Of course he did. This is about Anaxa? I should read this. Physis, you should come here. Come have a look too.
Ugh, it's so dusty in here. Whoa. Are these all complaints about him? I can already see what they must have written. Anaxa has no respect for the gods. His very existence undermines order in our society. They're probably all things like that.
Does Anaxa hold that much influence?
Why else would they call him the Great Performer? When Anaxa established his school of thought, the first thing he apparently did was read his own work to everyone. Are the Titans truly an accurate reflection of what humans think gods should be? Worlds created by gods are indubitably perfect, but what of Amphorius? Only foolishness and insensitivity everywhere you turn.
I don't carry impersonation. What happened after?
They marched him straight to the seat of judgment before he could finish.
Jeez.
So what he took on in the end was more of a debate than an actual trial. He had to address every one of the scholar's allegations, or face expulsion from the Grove. The first allegation was... Do you agree that since the Titans created the heavens and earth, so the mountains, rivers, and seas must likewise be their creations?
Am I supposed to put myself in Anaxa's shoes to answer that? Maybe yes, I don't know.
Anaxa would have probably been spared a lot of trouble if he had answered this way. Instead, he quoted past instances of the Flame Chase journey and posited that humans have the potential to take over the divinity of Titans. Needless to say, his critics didn't take kindly to his answer, so they followed up with a second allegation. You claim to be studying souls, yet you are, in fact, defiling them and committing acts condemned by the gods. Do you admit it? Anaxa always wears an eye patch, never removing it, even when alone. Some say he used one of his eyes as an alchemical ingredient. Every being in the world owes their safekeeping to Kifili, and this is even more so for the Chrysos heirs who have divine blood coursing through them. If he has really done something of that nature, then it'd indeed be sacrilegious. Thankfully, they had no way to prove it, so it amounted to nothing more than an allegation in the end.
Okay.
One by one, Anaxa engaged in wars of words against those who would challenge him. Toward the end, a scholar asked him, Anaxagoras, have you any respect for the gods? It was only after a brief silence that he answered, I have never denied that Titans are meant to be noble constructs.
What he didn't say, the Titans are not noble, rings louder in this case.
I'm not sure how that controversy was eventually resolved, but what's for certain at least is that Anaxa was allowed to stay in the Grove where he continued his research, despite being regarded as a heretic. By the way, this stack of complaint letters has reminded me of a place in the Grove. We may find clues there that aren't on the teleslate. I'm talking about Anax's alchemy lab, hidden between the cornerstones.
Nah. Given the Grove's meticulous approach to archiving, could there really be such an oversight under their noses?
It's a well-kept secret. Among the 7 sages, excluding the nominal chief sage, each has a private sanctuary where they can conduct research undisturbed in their free time.
Okay.
Even the administrators of the Library of Philia are restricted from accessing those places and documenting the sage's research. But with the Grove in this state, I'm sure Anaxa won't be mad even if we sneak into the lab for a short while. Right?
These trees are like a maze.
This is the place, but where is everything? Materials for alchemical experiments, matrix diagrams, and even the seal to the lab. They're all gone. Did the Black Tide destroy it all?
No wonder we didn't see any defense mechanisms along the way. Have you ever been here before?
No, not even close. Not only are alchemy experiments high-risk activities, but Professor Anaxa also has a penchant for using bizarre materials. Students often saw him walk in looking right as rain, but come out covered in soot with his hair singed. Naturally, no one dared to come near this place. Huh? That bookshelf over there seems to be the only thing still intact.
Okay, let's go check it out. There's only one thing. These are the materials requested by Anaxa. Documents from various fields have been compiled in one place, including Titan creations, the University of the Soul, Alchemy Dye, and so on. Study on the Chrysosaur. Background is mixed with a hastily written journal. These appear to be quick notes examining the background of the Chrysosaurs. Okie dokie. Let's have a quick read. This might be absolutely interesting. Holy Moon Juvenile Office, Trian and Trian descends to the Holy Moon from the Temple of the Free Fates. Goldweaver, Eglai of Akuma from the Messiah, Prince of Crescent Grants, Hyacinth of the Twilight Courtyard, and all their ancestry have varying degrees of connection to divine titans or the divine forces. Does the golden blood come from the heritage of priest families or royal bloodline? Myself show no such connection to Kepler the Creator. Kepler the Creator would create the golden blood to shape the crisis is. Castorus, the servant of death, her she is neither Titan, priest, or nor demigod, but she has walked the earth for at least a millennium with the power of grant death to humans. Where did this power come from? No text speaks of the dragon legends of exterior, the alchemical extraction of soul ripped through the dragon. The corpse is intriguing. Dragons appear to be the Titan's creation. Perhaps there's a way to reveal the process. Using alchemy to refuse human souls with Titan creations, increasing the purity and divinity of gold blood towards the absolute. This theory must be tested, experiments to be arranged.
What's going on? Anaxa is conducting research on our friends in Akuma and me?
The journal contains several intriguing points. Creations of Titans. From the Abyss of Fate to Creston Cromos, I've seen many Titan creation during my time in Amphoris. Life forms created by Circes could also be found in the Grove. But fusing them with human souls through chemical means, I can't even begin to imagine. The Chrysos heirs. Anaxa seems to hold special interest in the divinity coursing through the Chrysos heirs' veins, and has even conducted a thorough investigation into the heroes' backgrounds.
Wouldn't have been so strange if he had focused only on Cassie, given her own curiosity about her origins. Plus, considering that the new sporists have crafted omnipotent medicines capable of curing diseases, it also makes sense that he would conduct research on immortal Chrysos heirs. But now, it seems Anax's objective was never to create medicine, but to identify the origin of the golden blood and figure out its inner workings.
Anaxa's research. Through alchemy, Anaxa aims to refine the gold blood in the Chrysos heirs to a degree of purity equal to divinity. This must be what he means by closer to purity, but treating both Titan creations and the human body as materials to be used in alchemy experiments? That's rather extreme.
Danny, look at this. I have a bad feeling about this.
These documents appear incomplete, judging from what's left behind and what we're going forward to take away. The room remains. The previous process has flaws. Choosing human souls with Titan creations does not purify golden blood. The impure Titan creations are components to the Chrysos golden blood. Soul fusion between humans and creations merely repairs impurity of the soul, maintaining the connection with dying souls. Creation myths tell us that Chrysos heirs and other creations were made by Titans. Their nature differs fundamentally. The Titans' creations are no intimate products of an chemical process, and the Chrysos heirs are closer to Titans than the creations. In other words, I should not have considered Titan creations equal to Chrysos heirs. In the process, I should focus on this one pointing towards the Titans themselves. Such rare chances to study in Titans demanded a meticulous selection of research subjects. Living Titans prove impossible to restrain. Dead Titans offer no sights worth consuming, but dying Titans, they are the perfect research subjects. Only by understanding the fundamentals of creation can we ensure perfection at the moment of everything's birth. Though my own hands, I will mount a Titan and reach the true essence of the soul.
My biggest fear. It's come true. After going through his notes, I think I can piece it all together now. Anaxa was carrying out experiments on soul transmutation.
You mean he's trying to construct human souls alchemically?
Yes. This is what he was secretly conducting research on. Something he had to keep hidden from others. Compared to his public speeches, this is the real blasphemy. Oh, I just thought of something.
What's wrong?
Do you remember when the Black Tide was approaching? The Grove had planned to send Circe's core flame to a safe place. But an accident happened along the way, and Anaxa lost his life in the process?
But Circe took over his body and resurrected him, which led to the situation we're in now.
That's right. But what if Professor Anaxa's fusion with the core flame of reason wasn't an accident?
What do you mean?
Put yourself in his shoes. Knowing that the Black Tide was closing in and your time was running out, what would you have done?
I'll put my fears to test no matter what the cost.
Exactly. When the Black Tide came, the true reason Anaxa headed to the Luminary Throne was to transmute and fuse himself with the Titan's core flame.
Did he succeed?
No. Judging from how he reacted after the event, the results came as a surprise. Maybe he failed to consider the possibility that Circe would make a similar decision. The manuscripts detailing all the alchemical formulae have been taken away. His research is still ongoing.
Could he have taken them for other purposes?
Like what? There's only one Titan left in the world now. No. No way.
To perceive an entity of perfection, one must understand the principles of creation. If classes and Optima now, that means...
He's after Kefali.
Oh no! Wow, he's already next to Kefali.
Sir, this sky above us, it's not real, is it?
Of course not. This is just an image from a projection device used for educational purposes. A simple trick. The day-night cycle has been lost to this world, so that students like you may still learn about the night sky. Astronomers have harnessed the Titan's miraculous power to manipulate the light, projecting the nights of the past here for you.
Okay.
Much like how the sky above the Holy City is also illuminated by Kefali's dawn device.
So, the skies of Akama are fake too.
You mustn't conclude that, Inoxa. You should know that only a child would expose a trick and be proud of it. Often people know more than they let on. They simply choose to feign ignorance because they have no other choice.
Then they're just deluding themselves. People believe in Kefali's tale of Genesis, accepting wholesale whatever the priests preach. But we're different. We've already walked out of the firelit cave of ignorance. We have already realized that we live in a world where Titans make the rules. Even when we look at the sky, we're only seeing what they allow us to see. Rather than gazing at this mockery of a night sky fabricated by them for the rest of my life, why shouldn't I be the one to take control of the projection device instead?
So much time has passed since you sowed the seeds of doubt in my heart, child. Many a night, I find myself penning down all my theories and wild ideas, only to burn them to ashes when I open my eyes in the day.
Why? Because we'll face death by burning if word gets out?
As a sage of the Venerationists, my soul has already become inextricably linked to the great tree. Every word I say and every move I make is certain to influence every leaf, every branch, even the tree itself. But above all else, my days are numbered. Instinctively, I have my doubts about the golden blood and the human soul, yet I have no means of verifying them. The golden blood in my veins is woefully thin, and I am loath to waste what little time I have left obsessing over a hypothesis that cannot even be proven in the first place.
But I can, sir. I can do it for us. The time is right. Give me all that I need, and I shall accomplish this grand feat on your behalf.
You're right. I shall do just that. In the next meeting of the sages, I will spare no efforts fighting for the rights you deserve. Go. Establish your own school of thought. Find out what we are. Become the one who conquers the ultimate truths of the world.
Interesting.
Child of humanity. You didn't go to such lengths for an audience with Kefali just ask him a few questions, did you?
So, you figured it out. If I were as foolish as a Dromus, perhaps I'd throw myself down and prostrate before their greatness, begging for the gods' prophetic wisdom. Well, sorry to disappoint, but I'm no Dromus. Alas, I am a human, standing tall on 2 feet, possessing both intellect and pride.
Before such power, does it make any difference whether you're a human or a Dromus?
I'm sure you're familiar with the story of the Styxians. When the raging waves threatened to swallow them, they didn't just give up and become sitting ducks. No. They constructed a dam that kept the roaring tide at bay, chaining down the mad Fagusa. They call me a blasphemer, Circes. But that doesn't mean I deny the existence of gods. It's just... as I see it, Titans are simply a force that mankind has yet to find a way to tame.
Oh? If power that rivals the Titans is what you crave, why not conform to the prophecy and brave the trial?
I think he wants to do it his own way.
Why stop at harnessing the power of the Titans when I can do so much more?
Yeah.
The source of life is what I wish to grasp, to understand what makes up the soul, and to learn what we really are. Thanks to you, I've had the chance to personally verify, in more ways than one, that the soul indeed ceases to exist in death. But where there is death, there is life. And where there is an end, there must also be a beginning. How then is a soul born? That was the only unknown variable left in my calculations.
And by the sound of it, you have already formed a conjecture.
No, I have already drawn a conclusion. In my journey unto death just now, I finally saw the answer with my own eyes.
Professor Anaxa, I'm here. Her life hangs by a thread. I must ask you to refrain from taking any unnecessary steps.
Of course. I'll bring this to a conclusive end, and give you the answer you so desire. However, in accordance with the principle of equivalent exchange, I must also demand from you what I need.
As you wish.
Don't you care to know what the price might be?
It's a matter of uncovering the truth about the Death Titan and her survival. This may be the only time I can ever save someone's life. There is no need for me to think twice.
I see. In that case, let the show begin.
Indulge me. Am I correct to say that you intend to prove Thanatos' whereabouts and prove the nature of our existence now?
Before I begin, I must confess I had been stuck in a cognitive trap all this time. As unrelated as these two propositions may seem at first glance, they are in fact logical equivalents. They are merely two different ways of telling us about what the soul is at its core. The reason I say this is, as I've mentioned earlier, the answer was hidden in my journey unto death.
Anaxa, you were in the Netherrealm?
Yes, I am but a living dead man now. But that's not important. What truly matters is, I overheard a conversation between heroes. That's not all. Remember how I said you were a part of that conversation too, Circes?
And I've told you that I have no recollection of such an event. That was likely just an illusion conjured up by the mind of a dying man.
Of course you would remember. Because that wasn't you. That was Calypso, one of the 7 sages of the Grove.
Calypso?
Huh? Oh, that's the name I made up on a whim when speaking to this girl. How do you know of it? And surely you jest. Don't you think I, of all people, would know if that were the name of one of the 7 sages under the shade of my tree? Don't you claim to know the Grove's past like the back of your hand?
It seems you've lost even the memories seared into your soul. Use your head, Circes. Since all of this took place in the realm of the dead, it stands to reason their likenesses are of souls from the past. The living cannot step foot into that world, so who could they be? Think about Calypso. Why does she share your likeness? Yet you have no idea who she is. The answer is evident, is it not? Those fallen heroes are the mortal incarnations of the Titans before their ascensions to godhood. The gods aren't master creators born out of thin air, and they are no different from humans, because they all evolved from one. Does this answer disappoint you?
Yes, because you've answered nothing. If I truly was once human, as you claim, then where do the children of humanity come from?
Even on the off chance that you speak the truth, this brings us no closer to grasping Thanatos' whereabouts. How are we to find them?
I knew you would say that. But it matters not. I know what I'm doing. Actually, why don't we have this supreme being standing before us tell us everything?
You can revive a Titan?
Humans cannot return from the dead. Neither can gods. But all we need to do is look at this from a different perspective, and the problem will resolve itself. The solution is simple. Just like what you did to me. If I'm reborn as Kefali, I can rebuild the world and all within it as they once did. Simple, is it not?
Jeez, man, is you're going through with it? In the meantime.
I have news from Hyacinth and Danhung. Anaxa might be trying to do something with Kefali's divine body.
Kefali? But what could Anaxa want? Is the Council of Elders going to sit around and let such a sacrilegious act unfold?
That is not possible. He is indeed the great performer, capable of fooling anyone and everyone with his tricks.
Yep.
I'm sorry.
No need for guilt, for this is good news to us. The Council of Elders has found themselves a traitorous ally. Anaxa's ambitious desires will be something we can exploit.
Okay.
What we should be doing now is to keep our eyes peeled for whichever trickery Kindness is up to, and react accordingly to thwart her plans. Being Akima's political center, the Demigod Council holds just as much significance as the Vortex of Genesis. Someday, after my duty is over, this site will take the place of the battlefield where you hunt gods. Become the next challenge you ought to overcome. Till then, it's best to get used to this place as soon as possible.
You can find us anytime you need anything. This might be a good pause point.
Preposterous! The Christos-heirs only have their standing because of the Council of Elders. How dare they trample over it?
Oh, these people are shooting daggers with their eyes.
It's been a while. That's fine. I recognize you. The young lord has nothing but good words about your courage.
Okay.
It has indeed been some time, Lord Crateros. What brings you here in such haste?
Shh. Keep it down. Be more vigilant. See those duplicitous dogs over there? They do the dirty work for kindness. I've already ordered my people to hold them back, but we should still lay low. Unless you're itching for a bloody fight to get a workout in.
My bad. So, did something happen?
Did you hear thunderclaps last night?
Hurry, Acheron, someone's coming to save us. Oh man. Try not to do it. It's
Thunderclaps are beacon signals of strife. They are a message from the young lord. He threw a spear bearing several words at Akama.
Okay.
Watch out. The Flame Reaver is back.
Oh.
I guessed as much. We didn't actually kill them back at the Kremnos Arena.
That's a problem and a half.
I figured this is something you would want to know. We Kremnoans never back down from a fight. So if you plan to take that thing down in a battle, reach out to me anytime.
You have my gratitude. I will let Aglaya know about this right away.
Remind her to be on her toes while you're at it. That vicious kindness has been unusually active lately. Those lackeys she keeps under cover have been going in and out of the city a lot more frequently these days. Some even seem to be getting Kremnoans to defect to the council.
That's...
Looks like you can see it for yourself.
Jeez, man.
We should get back. Thank you for the intel, Lord Crateros.
I think we're going to pause here. 3 hours 40 in, and I don't know when the next good pause spot's going to be, so we'll leave it here for the main story. Should we do anything else before, like, ending? I don't know. I haven't done the Divergent Universe this week. Could try and get some resources together for Cataris. How are we doing for pools?
As in a dream.
Yeah, still away from another pool. Might do pools off stream, I don't know. Yeah. Okay, ascend. Okay, what we need. I don't know how many of these we need, but probably needing a lot. Well, I'd like to try her out in battle, but I don't think we're going to get her up to level 80 today, so I might hold off for next time.
Share good
I also need to look into what teams to run with her, because we've got Trippy, who's apparently good with her. I'm presuming Remembrance MC is used with her. And apart from that, I have no clue. Presuming we'll need a healer, maybe. But yeah. Nice stretch. But yeah, next time we do Star Rail, we'll probably continue the main story and stuff, and hope that we can finish it in a whole stream. We've been going for what, 3 hours 40-ish? With about, what was it? 3 hours 10 doing the main story. Feels like we're in the middle at the moment. That's what it feels like at the moment for the story. That probably means we've got another 3 hours plus ahead of us, with majority being talking. But yeah, we'll continue this next week, I think.
Share good fortunes. Existence is unity.
Of course, I need to keep an eye out for the event as well. Being as it is a 2-year anniversary, which I'm not even sure how it's been 2 years since this game came out. But yeah. It's crazy. I can't believe it's been 2 years. I do wonder though if it has that thing where, you know, with Genshin, how it gives you the info. I think they had that last year, where they gave you info about all your stuff you've done. Hopefully they do it again.
Clouds scattered.
One more, then we'll run a bit more.
Indulge yourselves! Attack!
Until everything burns to ashes!
Share good fortunes. Existence is unity.
Dream vanished.
Set the seas ablaze!
Alright, I'm already feeling tired. Okay, let's see. Oh, that's the wrong thing. Oh my goodness me. Okay, I'm gonna sympathize over this. I thought I was doing it for the other thing. Yeah, fine.
Look, light is coming in.
Oh, nice. You just do it all massively. Okay, how many times do I have to do this now? 1, 2, 3... 4 times? 4 times? I think we got enough for 4 times. Yeah. I think that'll use up all of our stuff for the day, though.
Until everything burns to ashes!
Unite our goals.
Eternal.
All will be swept away by the wind.
us dance once more.
Okay. 3 more times.
My friends, indulge yourselves! Attack!
Until everything burns to ashes!
Share good fortunes. Existence is unity.
I like that confidence.
Enjoying yourself? Set the seas ablaze!
Dream vanished.
Fight to live!
Cool.
Detonate!
Until everything burns to ashes!
I need to go grab a drink.
Unite our goals. Let us dance once more.
Eternal.
My friends, indulge yourselves!
And this should be the last one.
All will be swept away by the wind.
Attack!
Until everything burns to ashes!
Share good fortunes.
Existence is unity.
Set the seas ablaze!
Clouds scattered.
Fight to live!
Oh great, my controller's finally disconnected and reconnected. That's the first time today. Honestly, it's a miracle that it's lasted this long without causing any problems. Still need to get her light cone, which hopefully we can get. I'm quite close to like a 5-star on the light cone banner.
Look, light is coming in. All things cycle through life and death. The end is also the beginning.
Oops, I did not want to leave.
The traces we leave in this world will last much longer than death. The traces we leave in this world will last much longer than death. The traces we leave in this world will last much longer than death.
Okay, looks like the middle one is the... Remembrance. Related skills. Let's get everything up. Nothing needs those. Thing. Okay. Getting them up for all the blue levels. We're running low. Sure, we'll use some tears. Cool. Just need tracks and then tires. I have no clue what sort of relics that she'll be needing, but I'm presuming it'll be the same one as Tribby, maybe? And of course, light cones, that's gonna be our main thing. Hopefully we can get her light cone at some point. I'll certainly continue working on it. And before we end, I think we have enough to do a 10 pull on the standard banner. We do. I don't know where we are with the single pulls on here, so we'll just do... Oh, of course. I'm out of space again. I need to organise these. Looks like a 4-star. Please be a remembrance 4-star, that might help. I don't even know if there's one on the banner for standard. Look, nothing typical. So I have to make my decision on this. Interesting. Okay. Well, I'm gonna end here then. Take a break. We'll continue the main story next time we stream Star Rail. From this point of view, that'll be sometime next week. Honestly, I'm probably gonna try and fit it in for like Wednesday next week or something. Try and get it done early and then leave a day open in case we're unable to finish it, and you know, have an extra stream on one of the days for it. But yeah, I hope everyone enjoyed today's stream. But yeah, let's go find someone to raid, I think. Bring up the Twitch app. Let's see. Stream manager, raid channel. Okay, who is on? Ooh, Hoshino Lapis is streaming. Yeah, it's a birthday event on. Let's go send support her with them. Okay, let's bring up the raid messages.
As in a dream.
That's my socials. For those who know, I have Twitter, Blue Sky, YouTube channel, and Discord, so feel free to check me out over there. And for those who are interested, YouTube, all my VODs, or I should say most of my VODs, get posted over there, along with YouTube shorts, Nintendo Switch Shiny hunting clips, as well as a Pikmin playthrough I'm currently doing. And I'm also going to put down my throne, just to try and, you know, advertise it a little bit better than I have been doing. So if you want to support me elsewhere, that's there for those who want to support me there. And yeah, it looks like Atlas is doing her first birthday day event, so we'll go support her. There we go. Oh man. I need to keep an eye on VTubers' birthdays close up. I didn't realise it was this soon. Oh well. Let's go send some support and some good birthday messages her way. Okay.
As in a dream.
Ooh, Oh, and I'll give you guys an update on the spin the wheel stuff as well. So I managed to find where my notes went. They went between my beds somehow. I've got one of those beds where there's a bit of like an underbit for putting storage, and it somehow slipped between the mattress and the side of that. And I managed to find it. I have updated it with all of the subs I've got in the past, like 3 or 4 months of it being missing. And I also transferred it over to a notepad on my computer, so now I'm monitoring it there too. We are currently owing 3 spin the wheels at the moment. 2 plus 1 extra because I lost it. And we are currently at 13 subs towards the next spin. Anyway, looks like we're about to raid out. I hope everyone has a great rest of their day, and I hope to see you all in another stream. Bye all! Where does the time go?